Yo, 5, 2.
No, it's for them.
Hello everyone, we're back here with another football game. It is Sunday football and it's broadcast by NCTV. You have myself, Dylan Stevens, my partner here, Greg Tomasco, and Andrew Rinberry, who will be announcing the game today. Today it's in the mid-40s, it's sunny out, and this is the semifinal semifinal states. And today we have Cheshire Rams hosting the new Canaan Rams. Today it should be a great game. Two great teams who came off of two amazing wins against powerful teams. Now to you, Andrew Rinberry.
It's like a while. They've got a lot of stuff to run through. They're bringing it down to me last.
So all the teams played on Tuesday. It's a quick turnaround, just 5 days for the winners. But I'm going to go over the results from Tuesday. So, 1 versus 8, St. Joe's hosted Cheshire, and Cheshire upset St. Joe's 24-14, led by star player Matt Jeffrey,
no one is coming
who
to
will be
this
touched on later.
Look at the
He had an
stats.
interception, 2 receiving touchdowns, and a
It's so like
passing
late
touchdown.
notice kind
He really
of.
did it all for the
NFL is
Cheshire Rams.
on.
Moving
They
on
didn't
to
know the
another
theme until like an
upset.
hour ago.
Number 7 seed Shelton upset number 2 seed Newtown 21-20. Newtown had a chance to win right towards the end of the game with a late field goal, but it missed wide left, and number 7 seed Shelton held on. Finally, Number 3 seed Maloney was able to beat number 6 seed New Milford 27-7, although the score was actually much closer than it seemed, as New Milford was up 7-6 going into the fourth. Hard-fought game, but Maloney, a great team, was able to hang on. And then finally, New Canaan, our Rams, beat Naugatuck 17-7 in a hard-fought battle. And actually, speaking on that game, I'm going to pass it to my partner, Gray, for a further breakdown of the New Canaan-Naugatuck game.
Thanks, Andrew. New Canaan versus Naugatuck was a very close game. And at halftime, it was tied going into it. And for points, New Canaan finished with 17. Naugatuck was 7, as you said. New Canaan had 9 penalties for a total of 70 yards, while Naugatuck only had 3 for a total of 35, although it seemed like a lot more. Naugatuck had the ball for 28 minutes, while New Canaan only had it for 20. That time of possession was very, very important, but the Rams were still able to pull through with Hunter Telesco's back-to-back run touchdowns after the first was called back after a holding penalty. New Canaan's strong second-half performance has sent them to this round in their game against Cheshire. Now, last week, Cheshire versus St. Joe's. Cheshire won the game 24-14, as Andrew touched on before. Time of possession, St. Joe's had the ball for 28 minutes and 53 seconds, while Cheshire only had the ball for 19 minutes. Jeffrey Gonzalez led the game with 15 carries for 107 rushing yards. However, Matt Jeffrey caught 2 long touchdowns, threw for a touchdown, and picked off a pass, which ultimately led Cheshire to this 8-1 seed upset.
Now we'll talk about the key players, starting with the New Canaan Rams. First, we'll start off with Hunter Telesco, who is leading the Rams in touchdowns this year and has over 100 yards per game rushing. He had a great touchdown last week to help beat Naugatuck in the quarterfinals. Next, I'll go to Matt Salmini, who is leading the team in tackles with 9.5 tackles per game. He's the key player on the defense and stops everyone on the field. Then I'll go to Ty Groff, who's a kicking machine and the quarterback. He makes kicks from everywhere. His longest field goal this year is 48 yards, and he's very consistent. And with his passing, he has showed a lot of success in this past game with making passes and showing a lot of potential for New Canaan for showing the passing game and the rushing game. Then I'll go to the Cheshire Rams with Jeffrey Gonzalez, who averages 70 yards per game rushing. And then I'll go to Jack Brewster, who is leading the defense in tackles with 7.9 per game. Then the key player, who pretty much is Cheshire Rams, is Matthew Jeffrey. He leads the team in passing touchdowns and receiving touchdowns. I don't know how that is possible, but it is. He started the season as a quarterback, and he has developed as more as a quarterback, as also a receiver and a running back. He has 10 total touchdowns and can do anything on the field. Watch him do anything on the field today.
Now here's a quick comparison between Hunter Telesco and Matt Jeffrey, the 2 running backs that are leading these teams. For Telesco, it's 8.9 receiving yards per game. Earlier this season, they were giving him the ball receiving a lot more, but the Rams have really put him towards a more run-focused game. He had 105.3 rushing yards per game this season for the Rams. That's first on the team for the Rams. Hunter, once again, 17 total touchdowns on the season, first for the New Canaan Rams. Very impressive feat that he's accomplished. And now for Matt Jeffries, 39 receiving yards per game. That is a great number for a running back. He also had 59 rushing yards. That's a really big stat that a lot of guys look past, is looking at both rushing and receiving, because he's a player that's going to do both. 11 total touchdowns for Matt Jeffries. That's first, tied for first on his team with Gonzalez.
All right, guys, the coin toss is currently happening, and then we are going to go into our national anthem.
New Canaan has won the toss.
New Canaan has won the toss and chosen to defer. We are now going to kick it down to our sideline reporter, PJ.
Thanks, fellas. And last week, Hunter Telesco had a 77-yard rushing touchdown that was later called back for a block in the back. However, he was able to do it again, rushing for 62 the play after. Let's see how he's able to perform today. Back up to you.
Thank you, PJ. The Rams are very excited here. Sorry, both teams are the Rams. The New Canaan Rams very excited after that coin toss. Bringing it back for a huddle here. Rams very, very excited as this is their 17th straight semifinal appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats and join New Canaan High School students Andy Dooley, Henry Tate, and Alex Arnold.
We will now rise for the national anthem. We'll be back to you after.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, gentlemen.
You're just minutes from kickoff. Ray, Dylan, what do you guys want to see out of the Rams today?
Listen, I want to see the New Canaan Rams. We got to be careful with this one. I want to see the New Canaan Rams look to shut down Matt Jeffries. He's a player that can do it all. If he's having a tough game receiving, they'll let him throw the ball. If he's having a tough game throwing the ball, they'll let him receive or run the football. The Cheshire Rams are really going to look to give Matt Jeffries as many touchdowns as he can today, as he's a very fast and athletic player who's going to make a play anywhere on the field.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gray. As long as New Canaan can stop Matt Jeffrey, I think they're going to win this game.
Dylan, what do you think the Cheshire Rams have to key off of for this New Canaan Rams team? I know that Hunter Telesco is a big part of their offense. Are they going to look to shut him down like most teams have?
You know, I think they're going to focus on stopping the rushing game. You know, we haven't seen too much from the passing game from New Canaan. We saw success last weekend and a lot of potential to work off of, but right now, if I'm Cheshire, I'm just focused on stopping the rushing game first.
Listen, I'd say every team this season playing these New Canaan Rams has looked to shut down Telesco, and there's been very few teams who have been able to do it.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, though, that the Rams' passing offense, especially in the first half, looked a lot more creative than it had in past weeks. So I think that's something that the Rams' offense can definitely give themselves a pat on the back.
Right, and Ty Groff was 50% for completions last week, which tied with a couple unfortunate drops from his wide receivers. Could have been a lot better. But regardless, Ty Groff had made a lot of great throws that had allowed the Rams to have more confidence in their passing game.
Now we'll start the game with Ty Groff with the kickoff. He's been great with these kickoffs this whole season. And another great kick by Ty Groff. This will be returned by Matt Jeffrey. Let's see what he'll do here on the first play of the game. Oh, and he'll get hit hard on the play. Wow, that was great contact. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do if he keeps getting hit by it like that.
Listen, Matt Jeffries is a powerful player, and he loves that kind of contact. You saw there, he put his head down, and he went straight into it. He was ready for that. He loves contact. He loves to create chaos, and that's what he thrives off of.
Yeah, let's be honest, though. He got pretty wrecked right there.
That's a great way to start the Rams, sending a message to Cheshire and their top player that it's not going to be
Miss New Canaan Rams defense is scary. Excited to see what the Cheshire Rams are going to be able to do against it.
Let's see Matt Jeffrey starting at quarterback. He's going to play every position today, and he'll start with a handoff to number 25, Corian Harris. That's not something we'll usually see. That's not one of our key players today, but we'll see Matt Jeffrey at every position today.
Right, good gain from Cheshire to start off the game. Just get something rolling in the running game and kind of get these Rams to second-guess their game plan. I think the Rams were anticipating some one-on-one coverage against Jeffries, which is obviously something not a lot of players are looking forward to. I know Griffin Gettner and Brendan Hagan are two great corners that'll be able to shut him down.
Let's see what the Rams will do here on 2nd and 9. And it'll be Matt Jeffrey with the read option, and he will get about 3 yards on the play rushing.
Right, and Griffin Gentner's a great player outside on that corner, and we know he'll be able to shut down Matt Jeffries in the passing game if it ever comes to a one-on-one matchup. But something that Matt was able to do there is, as you saw, Griffin Gentner tried to bring him down, and he jumped and he got those extra few yards off of that QB keep here. And you can see just the extra effort he makes to get every yard out of every play.
3rd and 6. This is a big play here. And it'll be a handoff, and he will get hit instantly. Wow.
That is number 26, Nicholas Miller, his 2nd carry on the drive. You saw there, I believe that was Will Pepe, who shot through the line and made a great play on this New Canaan Rams team. That New Canaan Rams D-line has been powerful all season.
Wow. Didn't even give Nicholas Miller a chance right there. And now we'll see what Cooper Smith can do on the return. We saw this last week from Cooper Smith going all around everyone. And he breaks the first tackle, but will step out of bounds. We saw that from Cooper Smith last week when he just tried to run around and almost got success there once again.
Listen, and let me tell you something. Cooper Smith earned his spot on that punt team. We saw last week he was given an opportunity, and he made everything out of it. That was a huge play to him last week, and once again, a huge play to him. Looks like he just lost his balance, but you know, another yard of field space, and that might have been a touchdown. Yeah,
Cooper Smith was so close to getting 2 touchdowns last week, and, you know, he wants the revenge and get those touchdowns back here today. Let's see what New Canaan will do here on 1st and 10. First time on offense with great field position. First play to go to Max Alert, catch, and he'll break the first 2 tackles and go out of bounds, trucking Matt Jeffrey. Yeah, we didn't see too much by Max Alert last week, so it's good to see him getting the first reception of the game. We'll see what Rams will do here on 2nd and 1, and it'll be a pass to Cooper Smith, and he'll break the first tackle, and he'll get the first down. Cooper Smith is already making being a game changer this game already.
Look, and this is a testament to what the Rams have been working to do all season. Their entire season they've been practicing pass game, pass game, pass game, and it's finally playing off. This is the 2nd game in a row that the Rams have really been throwing the ball as opposed to running it.
I'm looking at this right now, and I see Max Alert. I'm passing to Max Alert. It doesn't look like that guy can guard him. That's all I'm going to say. But we'll see the first screen pass right there. We'll get negative 2 yards on the play.
Why are you running the short side of the field? I would feel like you run to the side of the field where you have more space.
Looks like no one's guarding Cooper Smith at the moment. Now they'll get someone on him. 2nd and 12. They'll try to do the hard count. Won't get it. They'll change the play. See what the Rams will do here on 2nd and 12 in great field position. And they'll do a read option pass, RPO, and they'll pass it to McInerney, who'll get 7 yards on the play.
Listen, I like what the Rams are doing here. This is the 3rd time in a row they've thrown the football. They haven't run it yet, and they know that if they can be successful in the passing game, there's no doubt they'll have it in the run game with Hunter Telesco.
Yeah, right now they just have to focus on passing it. It's good because it's 3rd and 7 here. We'll see what the Rams do here. And they'll do a trick play, and that will be Max Alert, and he'll get the touchdown. Max Alert will get the looks like he'll get the touchdown. What do you guys have to say about that? The trick play. Wow, I was speechless on that play. I did not see that coming. The whole Cheshire Rams thought Hunter Telesco was going to be running it, and for good reason. He's made his impact on this game, and we see an extra point here by Ty Groff.
Look, and no surprises there. Ty Groff lands another one, and Coach Marinelli could not be happier. The smile on his face after that touchdown was big. That's exactly what the New Canaan Rams were looking to start off the game. A nice 3-and-out from their defense, and then a quick touchdown from their offense, especially with the passing game that they used on that drive.
Yeah, the New Canaan Rams are playing perfect football right now. First touchdown for Max Lurt back from his injury. It's great to see it.
Rams kickoff team coming out here. The Rams defense is going to be looking to go 3-and-out once again.
Let's see what Matt.
Play drawn out by offensive coordinator Dan. That has not been done yet this year. That's just great coaching. They're constantly coming up with new schemes and new plays that can trick the defense.
Another great kick from Ty Groff. This time returned by number 26, Nicholas Miller, and he will get hit hard. Once again, getting hit hard on the kick return.
Look, that'll be Ryan Calianis once again with a big hit on this Rams kickoff team. Getting the Rams off to great starts in this possession as these players on the Cheshire Rams team are rattled up. This is the hardest hits they've been taking really the entire season so early in a game.
We'll see what Cheshire does here on their second possession. Didn't have great success first time.
It looks like they're trying out their quarterback against hard.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jeffries is not quarterback anymore.
We'll see Matt Jeffrey at the far left playing wide receiver, and they'll rush it to number 26, Nicholas Miller, and no success on the play. Oh, there'll be flags called. We'll see what the flags are on. Do you guys see what happened on the play?
Looked like Jack Boutine is going to get called here for an unnecessary roughness. Coach Sylvester was fired up after that penalty. He was not happy with Boutine, unfortunately.
Right, and Boutine might be thinking that's what the Rams need to get started and kind of give this Cheshire team a little punch in the face to get going.
And that looks like that will be the call.
That will hurt the New Canaan Rams a lot. That'll be a first down. It was a sportsmanlike conduct penalty. That's really unfortunate. You can just see here little frustration and retaliation.
You know, it's early in the game. You're up. There's no need for that right now. They just have to play their game. As long as they play their game, they've had success. We'll see trips right. Let's see what Matty Jeffrey will do as wide receiver now. And they'll throw a screen pass to Matty Jeffrey. And he will run to the other side of the field. Wide open, no one near him. Will Griffin Gettner take him down? And Griffin Gettner will finally tackle him, but after he gets about 30 yards on the play.
And here's the issue here. Matt Jeffries just needs a little open space, and you can see Charlie O'Connor kept his contain. He did his job, and he forced Matt Jeffries to come back. But the problem is that there's very few guys on this field that can catch Matt Jeffries. So you give him any lane of open room, and that's going to be a touchdown 9 times out of 10. You see here on the replay. Screen pass, thrown. Matt Jeffries catches this ball. Charlie O'Connor forces him to the inside. But that offensive line does a great job of blocking their guys and making sure that there was no one there in Jeffries' way.
Luckily for the New Canaan Rams, Griffin Gettner is just as fast as Matthew Jeffrey. And now we'll see a run up the middle to Nicholas Miller, and he'll get about 5 yards on the play.
What a change of direction, though. What a great vision by Jeffries to see the lane all the way across the field. When he originally caught the screen, I thought it looked like that was going to be probably a negative play for the Cheshire Rams, but he somehow turned it into a 30-yard gain, and this is why Matt Jeffries is one of the best football players in the state.
Now we'll see trips right once again. Maybe we'll see the same screen pass like we did earlier. And it'll be a read option, and Nicholas Miller will get the first down for the Cheshire Rams.
Big hit by number 4 for this Rams defense, Matt Salmini. Unfortunately, that will give the Cheshire Rams a first down. And something to note, guys, we haven't seen Jeffrey Gonzalez yet on this field. It seems like there might be an injury, and an injury to a key player like that, a guy who leads this Cheshire team in rushing yards, is, could potentially hurt them. As Matt Jeffries might get tired, and it looks like they're giving Nicholas Miller a lot of touches.
See what the Rams will do here on 1st and 10. And nothing will happen there. Wow. Get tackled for a loss of yards.
Great.
Yeah, Charlie O'Connor with a great tackle there.
O'Connor making the right decision to come around that backside. He stayed tight to his offensive blocker here, and you can just watch him get through and really make this tackle from behind, which is something that not a lot of guys are able to do.
Now let's see what the Cheshire Rams will do here on 2nd and 12. They'll go for a deep pass, and they'll pass it to number 23, Luke Wiedemann, and that will be a touchdown. Wow, that was a great pass and catch by the Cheshire Rams. Wow.
Luke Wedman getting the ball over, I believe that was Walker Blair there, just really able to push off his defender and create enough separation to make that grab.
Yeah, that was a perfect catch by the Cheshire Rams there. Just great play overall. And they will get a blocked extra point, and that will be no good. The New Canaan Rams will stay up 7-6. Sorry, not the Rams, the New Canaan Rams. We have 2 Rams here tonight.
A little bit of an interesting play there. You don't see that very much out of Walker Blair. It looked like it was just a straight shot, maybe just a straight fade or a go, but a perfectly placed ball and a phenomenal route.
Yeah, there's nothing Walker Blair could really do there. It was pretty hard catch, pretty hard deflection to make.
The ball was perfectly thrown there.
See what the Rams will do here on their 2nd possession. Had a great first possession on offense.
It's on NCTV. They're all here and they're doing the game. So check out NCTV. It's not getting to the channel. It's on YouTube. You got to go to YouTube. Can you go to YouTube and get it?
New Canaan Rams set here to receive. Dylan, what do you think this New Canaan Rams team is trying to do here to gain momentum back? You saw they lost it there with that touchdown, and it evened up the game as sorry, Cheshire missed their extra point. But the Rams are only up 1, which really isn't a big enough lead to say we have the momentum right now.
You know, the New Canaan Rams just got to stay to the same offense they've been running. It has been working overall. Just keep doing the rushing to Hunter Telesco, and the passes with Ty Groff have been working. He's been looking really good this game.
Right, I totally agree with you. Ty Groff has to continue to throw the ball as he's a great thrower, and we saw that a testament to that last game.
We'll see a kick from Cheshire Rams, and it'll be returned by Hunter Telesco. Let's see what he'll do here. And he'll break the first 2 tackles, but trip on the play and stay at the 25.
Let me tell you something. Hunter Telesco and Matt Jeffries play very much alike. They look, they kind of look the same. They have the same very athletic build, and they're great at the running game. They can also receive. They're really all-around players, and I'm sure Telesco could throw the ball too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the New Canaan Rams will do here in the 2nd possession. We'll see trips left. And Ty Groff will throw a screen pass to Cooper Smith, and he'll get about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, great play by Cooper. He's really starting to break out over these last couple games. Phenomenal playoff run against Naugatuck. And then an even better game against
Right, and you saw Cooper Smith almost make the breakout run there. He almost had enough room, but I think he would have been caught by Matt Jeffries. That safety there, he was ready.
Now see run to Hunter Telesco, first run of the game, and he'll get about 2 yards on the play. It'll be third and one.
He gets tackled by number 15.
3rd and 1. I think that's something the Rams are comfortable with, and I'm surprised they haven't pulled out the jumbo set.
Let's see what the Rams do here on a 3rd and short.
Canaan Rams, 3rd and 1.
Look, I think a hard count is what these Rams are going for here, and then
Looks
if
like
they don't get it, maybe a jumbo set.
Looks like they're trying to get a play by the coaches. Now they'll have the play. We'll get Alex Rusty in the motion. And it'll be a QB sneak to Ty Groff, and he'll get the first down. 2 yards on the play.
Look, and that's all Ty Groff needs is that kind of space, and we've seen that in the past this season. Ty Groff's a quarterback that can run, and the Rams have really had that the entire season. Before, when he was injured, Alex Rusty could run the ball, and that's something that the Rams are able to use to get short gains like that. They also have the jumbo set, which they pulled out a lot this season.
1st and 10 for the new Canaan Rams. They're just driving down the field, playing great offense right now. And RPO won't go anywhere. Bad pass.
Yeah, just a missed pass there by Ty Groff, but a good idea. I like these short throws, but pretty soon here you're going to have to go deep, you know?
Yeah, let's see when New Canaan will go deep here. It'll be 2nd and 10. We could see it right here.
Right. I also think it wouldn't be out of the question for the Rams to look for Telesco. They know if they give him the ball a certain amount of times per game, he's going to have a breakout run. And I think right now they don't need that because they've been able to use their passing game. But, you know, as it gets into the second half, we might see some more run.
We have Cooper Smith who will get the play, and he'll break the first tackle. And there will be a penalty in the play. Very potential to get a touchdown there. See what the penalty is.
Look, and Cooper Smith looking a lot like his brother who came through this game. Kyle Smith ended up going to Denver for lacrosse. And, you know, Cooper has had a great last few games. You saw right there, he broke around to the outside, and Cooper Smith is able to take room that isn't there. He gets back a little, he moves around, and he creates space for himself. You saw this is the second time this game he's almost had a touchdown, and he was, you know, one guy or one arm away from making that big play.
It looks like this is coming back, though.
Cooper Smith definitely due for a touchdown.
Right, and it'll come. If Cooper keeps playing the way he's been playing, it'll come. Cooper's a great player, and it looks like the Rams are going to continue to give him the ball because he's really proved with the opportunities that he's had in game that he's going to do something with it.
See what the new Canaan Rams here will do on 2nd and 13. And that'll be deflected by number 56, Evan Russo. Great play by Evan Russo there. Could have been a pick six if he caught it.
Right, and Cheshire defense, very big on picks. You know, you saw that pass knockdown, which was very big for them. This gives them good field positioning. I know the Rams are going to punt the ball on 4th down, right? That's a near given. And Ty's a great punter. But the Cheshire Rams are going to have okay field positioning, especially towards the end of this first quarter.
If I'm the new Canaan Rams, I'm just looking at Max Lurt right now. The size comparison is crazy. It looks like he has a head taller than Corin Harris. And I just give him the high ball in here, but let's see what new Canaan Rams will do here. They'll look to the right side, Tiger off. And pass deflected once again by number 15, Jack Brewster, one of the key players we talked about earlier.
Yeah, 2 straight batted passes for the Rams. This is not the drive that you would want to see, but let's see if the defense can get a stop because they had a great first drive and then a tough second drive.
Right, Rams here. Punt team is in. Groff will be back to punt for the Rams.
Looks like we'll have Adam Vernon returning the punt return today. And great punt by Ty Groff. Made it so it was not able to catch and return it. And the Cheshire Rams will start on their own 32, looks like.
down at
Right, and that looked like Adam Vernon, the punt was almost blocked. He was looking for that opportunity to get downfield, and you could see the temptation just kind of by his body language of him looking to receive that punt. And you see these Cheshire Rams players have really been good at batting down things. You saw the 2 passes that last drive, and you saw that punt, which was almost blocked, which really would have turned the tides of this game.
No, I don't think so.
Now we'll see what Cheshire will do here on their third possession.
Cheshire at their own 32.
They had a great second possession, having Matt Jeffrey at wide receiver. They have him back here at wide receiver once again. And they'll run it up the middle to number 26, Nicholas Miller, and he'll get about 4 yards on the play, running out of bounds.
Yeah, Nicholas Miller has actually done a phenomenal job filling in today at running back. They're feeding him a lot more than you would think a team would feed a backup running back, which shows the confidence they probably had in him throughout the season. But look for them to continue feeding him the ball and Matt Jeffries as well.
2nd and 6 here for the Cheshire Rams. With trips right once again. And screen pass to Matt Jeffrey, and he'll get rocked on the play. Had no chance there. And number 24, Tucker Milligan, will have something to say to him when he's on the ground.
Look, and Tucker Milligan making the great read there. And Matt Jeffries will walk off the field hurt after that. Looks like he took a helmet to the groin area. That was a great play by this New Canaan's Rams defense. You can tell Coach Silvestri watched his film. The Rams were ready for that screen pass, and they were anticipating it being there. So Tucker Milligan was able to meet him right as he caught the ball. I don't think he was expecting anyone to hit him that early.
Hopefully Matt Jeffrey's okay on the sideline. Looks like he's laying down there. Hopefully nothing too bad for Matt. That was a great hit by Tucker Milligan, just reading the play. And we'll get a timeout by the Cheshire Rams.
Tucker Milligan is one huge hitter. Just a great hit there by Tucker, a clean hit. Although it's unfortunate that Jeffries got hurt. Tucker is a maniac on the field. This kid throws his body around, and you see it with the hits he has. He has had, if you compiled the top 10 Rams' biggest hits of the season, he would probably have 6 or 7 of them. He's not a huge guy, but he comes in quick from that safety position.
Tucker Milligan is gritty, and we'll see Matt Jeffrey come back into the game. It'd be interesting to see if he'll be the same for the rest of the game.
Look, I think what the Cheshire staff over there was doing was calling a timeout, giving Matt a chance to catch his breath. It looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him, and they're going to look to continue to get him the ball. Getting his confidence up, especially with that big run he had in the beginning, is just what the Rams are looking for.
Yeah, looks like Cheshire needs Matt Jeffrey. They're not really that much without him, but we'll see him limping onto the field. We'll see what he'll do here as quarterback. Oh, no, sorry, running back. Cheshire 3rd and 10, and it'll be a run on the play. I don't know what exactly was happening there. Looked like he was getting ready to pass to Matt Jeffrey. I'm kind of confused what they were trying to run there, but was not successful at all.
And I can promise you that was probably a miscommunication there. You saw the quarterback, number 11, Michael Simone, one of the 2 quarterbacks that they use. Sorry, 3 if you count Matt Jeffries. Just a little confused because you could see there, it kind of confused the defender, and he runs out to the side. Might have been a bit of a bootleg. It looks like he was looking for someone to give the ball to, and he just kind of went down for a loss.
Now if we look at that play there, if you saw Matt Jeffrey was wide open on the other side, that could be something scary to look out for further in this game if they find Matt Jeffrey on that screen pass. We'll see Cooper Smith with another return here. Let's see if he'll have more success. And he'll stiff arm the first dude. Wow. And he'll break the second tackle. They just can't take Cooper Smith down.
That is Cooper Smith's 3rd punt return where he pretty much did the identical thing. 1 against Naugatuck and then 2 now today, where he caught it around the left side of the field and then slowly just turned around and came down the opposite side. Just a phenomenal play by Cooper Smith again.
Look, and Cooper Smith, that's something he's been doing since youth. He uses his speed to be able to take a few steps back and really create a lane for himself. And you saw right there, he broke a few tackles, and he was so close, just once again, one guy away from having a breakout play that's That's a 50, 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Cooper Smith said, "Get off of me, little boy," and he made that happen right there. We'll see what him and Max Lurt will do on the left side together. We'll see motion with Cooper Smith. And read option. Tygroff will keep it, and he'll get about 3 yards on the play.
Although that play wasn't really successful, I like the thinking by Dan Farina. Try and get Ty moving, because Ty is best when he's rolling out or running with the ball. He is an absolutely phenomenal running quarterback. So I think the Rams should keep on trying that if they can.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. New Canaan Rams up 7-6.
And I think a big thing here that the Rams offensive coordinator here, the New Canaan Rams, that he's trying to do is he's trying to show that the New Canaan Rams can run the ball. They can pass the ball. They can catch the ball. He's trying to show that the quarterback can run the ball. He wants this Cheshire defense to be so confused and have nothing to key off of that they can't stop this run game. This run game for the New Canaan Rams has been so powerful all season. So if he can set that up and continue to show that they can throw the ball, you can no longer key off of Telesco in the run game because you have to honor the wide receivers.
At this point, it looks like the New Canaan Rams are at least in field goal position with Tygroff's boot of a kick. Definitely want at least a touchdown here, though, the game being so close.
Look, and I think for this Rams team here today, they don't want to just be up 3 points. I think this Cheshire team has shown they can score at any time and in any given drive, and these Rams need to go up by at least 7 before they're comfortable.
Yeah, we haven't seen Matty Jeffrey in on defense this possession. Definitely getting looked at. Should be good for the offense possession. And we'll see a screen pass to Hunter Telesco, and he'll have a lot of open air. And he'll break the first tackle and get about 20 yards on the play.
Look, in yards after contact there for Telesco. You saw he bounced and he took another 5. I believe that was a pitch from Ty Groff, and Telesco was able to use the open field that was created by those blockers. By the way, we haven't talked enough about these wide receivers. They're catching a lot, but they're also blocking better than they were in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, a lot of open field for Hunter Telesco we'll see on the replay. No one near him, and he'll get an easy 20 yards right there. Now we'll see run up to the middle for Hunter Telesco, and he'll get stopped for no gain on the play.
Yeah, there must have been a blocking error there by the Rams offensive line, maybe a miscommunication, because Hunter Telesco got swallowed up there. He had absolutely nowhere to go. And those are the offensive plays that just make you shake your head that the Rams have had way too many of this year. Plays that are just, it just does not work at all.
Now we'll see what Ty Groff will do here. Trips right. They'll look at the coach for a new play. Trying to get a hard count off. Didn't work. Second and 10. And he'll pass it to the left side to Max Lurt. And nowhere near him. That'll be passed out of bounds. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Salert.
Look, and I think the Rams like this matchup between Salert and Corian Harris. And you can see Max Salert definitely has the size advantage, as you spoke before on Dylan, and he's going to use that in one-on-one coverage, which is what the Rams thought that he'd be able to do. Fortunately, the ball a little misplaced, and Salert wasn't able to come down with it.
Yeah, I think if Ty Groff can just get that pass to Max Lurt, he'll make it happen. This will be a crucial play, 3rd and 11. Wonder what the Rams will do here. You never know with them. And we'll see a motion with McInerney, and he'll take it on the jet sweep. Let's see if he can get the first down, and he'll get pushed out of bounds. Looks like he'll be a 2 yards short on the play. Well, 4th and 2.
Really peculiar play call, though. A jet sweep on 3rd and 11. You do not see that very often. I'm kind of bewildered, to tell you the truth. Why don't you just take a shot to the end zone there? Because in pretty much every scenario there, you're going to come up short of the first down. It just interesting play call there. But I guess it was to maybe Ty likes kicking from the right hash more than the left hash, but besides that, I don't really see the point of that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just get Ty Groff on the right side, and we'll see him, and that'll be easily good from 25 yards. Good field goal for Ty Groff.
Right, and Groff has no problem putting balls in like that. You actually saw a problem that the Rams have had last week with Naugatuck is players getting around this kick team and almost making a block. Luckily, the holder Luke Robinson and the kicker Ty Groff have such good chemistry and such good speed and precision that they're getting the ball off before, you saw Matt Jeffries climbing around the right side there before he's able to make that play.
New Canaan Rams up 10-6 after that field goal.
10-6 here at Dunning Stadium. 10 minutes and 29 seconds left in the half.
And this is just great playoff football. This is the type of football you love to see. Beautiful Sunday, December morning or afternoon now, but just a great atmosphere at New Canaan High School and two great teams going at it to battle for a spot in the state championship game.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Fans are packed, even on the visitor side for Cheshire. I think that's the most we've seen this year for the visitor side. It's packed over there.
And Harris.
Right, and I think part of that is this state playoff run has been very successful. You defeat the 1 seed, the entire town takes notice.
Looks like Matt Jeffrey will be back in the game after staying out for the defensive possession. And beautiful kick by Ty Groff. That'll be a touchback.
Great knuckleball kick there by Ty Groff, which pretty much allowed, it did not give Matt Jeffries a chance to return that kick at all. Great kick by Ty Groff, and let's see if the Rams defense can get a stop. Hopefully Matt Jeffries is good. He looks like he's fine in terms of being able to play, so I would expect him to continue to get the ball a lot.
First and 10 for Cheshire on their own 20.
Right, the Cheshire Rams have gotten here with Matt Jeffries, and they're going to continue to use him as their weapon to finish this game.
We'll see him at wide receiver now, and we'll see number 17, Aniston Marsh at quarterback. And looks like first screen pass to Jeffrey, but it won't be at work, and almost intercepted by number 21. But it looks like we might see a pass interference on the play.
That's a tough call. That's a call that can go 50-50 really in any way. Good coverage by Walker Blair. You can't really indict him for making that play. It's so close. He got there pretty much right as the ball got there. Oh, it looks like this could be – no, it will be on the Rams. And that is a pass interference on Walker Blair. But that's just a tough play. That's a questionable call that really could go either way. The call, the New Canaan Rams hate the call. The Cheshire Rams, of course, love the call. But it's a tough call to make.
Look, no one in this New Canaan fan section was very happy with that. You could hear on those mics that they were very, very upset.
That was a close call. Walker Blair shouldn't be too mad about that. Just stay back in the game. And we'll see Matt Jeffrey get the direct snap, and he'll just be tackled instantly. He'll get about 1 yard on the play, maybe 2.
I think it's tough to run the ball up the middle with this New Canaan Rams defensive line. You have three strong players on that defensive line, and you're not going to be able to get much through the A, B, and C gap. You got to look outside. You got to look downfield, which is what Cheshire's been able to do this entire season.
Yeah, I think Cheshire should really start attacking the outside of the field and going towards the sideline and kind of ditch outside of maybe inside handoffs. I would stop running the Wildcat right up the middle.
You got a quick guy like Matt Jeffrey. He's due for the outside, not the inside, and we'll see them go to the inside again with number 26, Nicholas Miller, and it won't work.
Look at Javi Perez right there making a great play. He was able to grab and slow down that running back who was honestly really shooken up that he was grabbed, and then that allowed the rest of the Rams players. You saw Owen Lyden there get in on that tackle and finish it off.
3rd and 10 here for the Cheshire Rams. Wouldn't look good for them if they have a 3 and out.
New Canaan is going to be bringing in a third safety here, Andrew Nolan. They like to do that on 3rd and longs.
It's probably the smart play right here. We'll have trips left. Walker Blair will be heads up with Matt Jeffrey. Everyone else dropped back. and pass to the right side. And we'll get a PI from Griffin Gettner. The New Canaan fans are mad, but that did look like a PI, I will say, by Griffin Gettner.
I think Griffin got there maybe a half second early. Tough. That's tough. As a DB, that's why playing corner and playing safety, that's why defensive back is one of the toughest positions in football, because you have to time your contact with the receiver so perfectly. And if you miss by even a half second, like I mentioned, it's going to be a flag. That's 2 on this drive now.
Booing from the New Canaan fans.
Right, and I'm just surprised. I feel like pass interference calls haven't really been an issue of the Rams this whole season, and especially a guy like Griffin Gettner, who doesn't really get beat that often in one-on-one coverage. It's really unfortunate to see it being called for them.
Yeah, Cheshire just has some great wide receivers. It's hard to contain them a little bit sometimes, but we'll see what they'll do here on 1st and 10. And deep pass once again, but he'll be sacked by number 12,
Jack Boutine.
Jack Boutine. Different number from last week.
Another flag. Looks like a hold here.
We'll see.
Looks like the Cheshire Rams will be brought back.
Looks like the penalty will be declined after the sack. Instead of it being 1st and 20, it'll be 2nd and 14, including the sack.
Right, I think that's the right play call by Coach Marinelli there. You definitely want to take what you have and not give the Cheshire Rams this first down opportunity, because a lot of their success this game has been in big plays, and you don't want to give them another opportunity to make a 20-yard play.
You also don't want to take off a sack from Jack Boutine. That's a great play by him, and just taking that off was just not the best. And we'll see a pass to number 23, Luke Wedeman, and he'll get about 4 yards on the play, 5 yards. We'll see 3rd and 9.
Look, at Matt Jeffries there, you can see that the Rams are playing with that second safety watching him, because he's going to break downfield and he's going to create space. And you could see Jack Boutine almost flies through, ball goes right through his hands. Just a great play out of him, and he had an amazing Turkey Bowl earlier this Thanksgiving, which has really shown his progression this season as becoming a linebacker that nobody wants to mess with.
Yeah, Jack Boutine has been looking really good these last few games, and he's been a game changer this possession so far with the sack and almost the deflection right there. See what the Cheshire Rams will do on 3rd and 8, but we'll see a false start from the New Canaan Rams, it looks like.
And that's really going to hurt them. It was 3rd and 8 if this penalty is on the New Canaan Rams. It'll be on the offense, actually. The New Canaan Rams there getting the better side of that call. Ball will be moving back. That will definitely help them. 3rd and long is something this Rams defense typically is able to shut down.
Looked like the New Canaan Rams went offside, but looks like it was actually Cheshire, and now we'll see a 3rd and 13.
And
3rd and 14.
As they're bringing in the 3rd safety, look for the Rams to put 2 defensive backs on number 4, Matt Jeffries. That's what I would expect, especially because they have that 5th defensive back now.
We'll see trips left once again from the Cheshire Rams.
Yeah, as you see, Jeffries is going to be bracketed here.
Quarterback for Cheshire looking on the right side, and that's a great pass. Caught by number 20, Christopher Kabilansky. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but that was a great 3rd and 8 by Cheshire right there. Wow, great pass.
What a throw. What an incredible throw there by Aniston Marsh. Not even bad coverage at all by Griffin Gettner, just threading the needle. And as you saw there, I think the Rams are going to be able to start stopping plays like that quite soon, because Matt Jeffries was completely shut down there with Walker Blair bracketing him in the short game and then Tucker Milligan staying on top of him over the top.
We'll see what. And Cheshire will run the ball there with Nicholas Miller, and he'll get no yards on the play. Looks like he'll lose some yards.
Big tackle for a loss by Owen Lyden, who's 2nd in the team in that stat category. And I think what the Cheshire Rams are really going to try to do here is isolate a receiver on the right side, put him in coverage, and really use Matt Jeffries as kind of like a decoy in a sense, as you put 3 wide receivers on the left, one of them being Matt. This Rams team is going to send 4 guys to cover that. That leaves one-on-one coverage backside, which they capitalized on, and they were 50% when targeting that receiver, and the time they didn't get the reception, they got the PI.
2nd and 12 here for Cheshire, and they'll run it once again with no yards on the play. Wow, great tackle there for the New Canaan Rams.
Miles Chisholm. What a play by D-tackle Miles Chisholm, just bull rushing the Cheshire offensive lineman. No chance there for Nicholas Miller on the carry. And now another 3rd and long. This is Cheshire, I believe this is probably their 3rd or 4th 3rd and long this drive. Let's see if they can miraculously convert another one.
And you see Miles Chisholm winning the battle of the weight room there, getting through and just falling on top of that running back.
Yeah, we'll see number 20, Christopher Kobe Lansky come back into the game. He has had some great catches, the one before, and then also got the pass interference call that helped Cheshire Rams get a first down. And we'll see a pass to Matt Jeffrey, and he'll catch it and get the first down on the play. Great catch by Matt Jeffrey. He'll get tackled instantly afterwards, but great catch and throw.
Cheshire is just dicing up the Rams on 3rd and long. This is honestly shocking to see because Coach Chris Silvestri always has that head package, which is what he calls the 3-safety package for the 3rd and long, and usually it's bulletproof. Usually it works to a T, but this is now the 3rd time that they found a little free space in that zone.
And it looks like we'll see a new formation for the Cheshire Rams. We haven't really seen too much of douches on one side and single on another. And we'll just see a quick slant to number 19, Andrew Vags on the play, and he'll get about 7 yards.
That pass is complete to number 19, Andrew.
Look, and once again, this is what the Cheshire Rams are going to create, one-on-one coverage, which it looks like they're really strong in winning that matchup, especially with these throws. They're very strategically placed in a place where that defensive back can't get his hand in front of the ball because it's so low to the ground.
New Canaan Rams are great at stopping the rush game right now, but they have to work on stopping this passing game. Cheshire's having a lot of success right now, and they'll look for another pass. Quick slant once again, and great deflection by Griffin Gettner. Number 19, Andrew Vags will ask for the PI, but will not get it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same exact play they just ran. I'm not sure how far Cheshire's kicker can kick it, but this would be a 30-yarder. So if I'm Cheshire, I'm telling my team, don't worry, guys. We can take the 3 here because if it goes into halftime at a 10-9 score, I think that Cheshire has got to be happy with that.
I don't know how confident Cheshire is in their kicking ability after the missed extra point, but we'll see what the Cheshire Rams do here on 3rd and 2nd, and they'll run to the outside, and looks like they will not get the first down, maybe get a yard at most, but it will be 4th down and 1.
And this Rams team has been doing it all game. Keeping contained is their key, especially on this run game. The Cheshire Rams haven't really gotten a big break in the run, except for one earlier in the first quarter going the other way. And it's really been something that the Rams are confident in doing is their run defense, and they just got to work on stopping that pass defense because it leads to these types of field goal situations where they're just getting another 3.
Cheshire will bring out the field goal team. Interesting play here after the missed extra point. And field goal blocked. And like I said, after the blocked extra point, why go for a blocked field goal when it was only 4th and 2? Looks like it will be a turnover and downs, and Cheshire will get no points out of that long drive.
Wow, that is going to be a tough pill to swallow for the Cheshire Rams, but an incredible job by the Rams special teams. Another blocked kick. Great job, and that's honestly what is winning them this game right now. If not for the 2 blocks, this is a tie game with 3 minutes to go. And now it's a 4-point lead for the New Canaan Rams.
Yeah, you saw this with Georgia the other night, that player picking up the block kick and running for a touchdown. The Cheshire Rams probably saw that on Instagram and realized we got to come get this ball. 'Cause there was a split second of decision time that everybody just started running to take that player down.
Now we'll see what the New Canaan Rams will do here with 3 minutes left in the half, and Hunter Telesco will run it for about a yard.
Right, and a yard will be enough. The Rams are really trying to stall this clock and kind of run out. They're looking for some points before halftime, as we know. And I think they're confident once again in Ty's kicking abilities. And getting another 3 will put them a touchdown ahead. And that's exactly what the Rams might be looking for, because in this situation, one more field goal is going to leave them with a 7-point lead, and that's what they need. It'd be awesome if they got another touchdown, because then it leads them with a touchdown and a field goal lead. But the Rams are really just looking to get more points on the board here and have the last possession of the half.
So do you guys think it was a smart play call going for the field goal on 4th and 2? Or if you were the Cheshire coach, what would you have done there on 4th and 2?
I would have kicked a field goal, but that being said, none of us really knew how the field goal team and the extra point team operated for Cheshire. Clearly, it's not that good. So looking back on it, yeah, they probably should have gone for it. And I think in future situations, they probably will go for it moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, if I was New Canaan Rams, I would always go for field goal with Ty Groff. And we'll see a screen pass to Hunter Telesco, and he'll get about 6 yards in the play.
It's going to be a 3rd and short for the Rams. Big play. Because if you don't get this, it's 4th down. You got to give it back to Matt Jeffries and that offense that has been able to move the ball. Although they only have 6 points, they've been successful in moving the ball. So
yeah, if
this is important.
If they don't get the first down here, they'll leave Cheshire with 2 minutes to work with to end the half. Big play here, and they'll run up the middle with Hunter Telesco, and looks like
that's close.
It will be really close.
I think they got it. Yeah, they got it.
It'll be in inches, and the ref will give it to him. It'll be 1st down, New Canaan Rams. That's a big play for the New Canaan Rams.
Look, and you can see the Rams with this no-huddle offense really being able to hurry up and startle the defenses. They've been doing it all year. And one thing that they've been doing all year and haven't this game yet is their jumbo set. And they haven't given Luke Reed those short gains, and it'll be interesting to see if they do it at all this game.
We haven't seen too much goal line. We'll probably see it more on the goal line stance. But huge run by Hunter Telesco. He'll break the first tackle. Late hit by the Cheshire Rams. No penalty will be called.
And the New Canaan parents are not happy. They're feisty today on this Sunday afternoon, and they're giving the refs all they can handle right now.
Now we'll see the replay. Let's see the late hit. And, yeah, that's a late hit right to the head by number 0.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
And now we'll see a jet sweep to McInerney, and he'll get the first down on the play. That's about a 10-yard play by McInerney. 1st down.
And here's the freshman chant. He's a freshman chant. James McInerney, they trust in this jet sweep. They gave him the ball earlier this game near that goal line opportunity, 3rd and long. Led to the field goal being kicked. McInerney's been a big asset for this Rams team.
Trips right for the New Canaan Rams. And they'll look to pass it to Max Lurt out of bounds.
Ball misthrown. I think it could have been a completion there. It looked like Groff kind of threw the ball away. Lurt wasn't. It looked to be double coverage. So maybe that's the right disciplined decision, knowing you have the lead, knowing your field positioning. But I think a completion might have been possible there.
Well, almost a minute left on the clock. New Canaan Rams still in their own 45. 2nd and 10.
They're going to need about 20, 25 yards to get in Ty Groff field goal range. From here, very, very doable.
Yes, definitely possible here. And now we'll see the motion by Max Lurt, but they'll run up the middle to Hunter Telesco, and he'll truck number 11, Michael Simone. Wow. He said, get off of me, and he did that. And now 1st down for New Canaan Rams.
And a 10-yard run up the middle, that just shows how powerful Telesco is and how fast he is to hit those outside gaps. Telesco, who you see on a replay, taking this handoff and really making something out of it. The first contact came at about the 3 yards down, and he just creates another 7. And that's something he's so good with. And you saw that with Matt Jeffries is once they get tackled, once they're coming down, they jump for those extra few yards.
55 seconds left in the half. Looks like if New Canaan just gets 10 more yards, they'll be in field goal range.
Yeah. And Cheshire, they got to be hanging on for dear life right now. It's 10-6. It's a 10-6 ball game, 58 seconds. Barring an interception with a big return, you're not really going to have the ball back and have much time to do really anything. So Cheshire's mindset should be get the stop, go into the half down 4, and just stop the bleeding here. But if you're New Canaan, a score would be huge because they deferred, so they do get the ball to start the third quarter. And if they were able to score and get this to a touchdown game or an 11-point game with a touchdown, and they get the ball, that would be huge for them.
Yeah, the New Canaan Rams are definitely just looking for at least a field goal because that would make it a 7-point game. Definitely a touchdown would be better, but both look good for New Canaan Rams. 1st and 10 here. Trips right. And read option. Tygroff will keep it, but he'll be tackled by number 17, Aniston March. Great tackle by him.
Look, and the Rams are going to look to, I think, just kind of run the clock out here. Maybe get a last play or two. They are in hurry up. Doesn't look like they have any rush to, use a timeout or stop the clock. So I think it's the right decision. Kind of, maybe set up a field goal. You have timeouts left to call and maybe set up something big with a pass.
2nd and 9. They'll do a bootleg with Tygroff and pass to McInerney and Max Lurie at the same time. McInerney dropped it. It will be 3rd and 9. Looks like they were looking for Hunter Telesco there on the. If you want to talk about it.
Yeah,
Andrew.
So the run and then the time it took and then that play took about 40 seconds for New Canaan, which is why I'd say why run a QB sneak up the middle on a 1st and 10 when you only have a minute left? And then when it doesn't work, why not call the timeout? Because now they have to get yards here.
Look, 5 yards is enough here to get into field goal range. And the pass will be deflected, something these Cheshire Rams have done all game. Number 15, Jack Brewster, Dylan, one of the players you said to watch out for, has been very successful in batting the ball down. I believe it's his 2nd time doing so.
And now they have to punt. So this is that's a tough way to end a productive drive here for New Canaan. But you're still going to be up going into the half. There's a lot of great things the Rams did in this first half. It just would have been nice to be up a full touchdown.
The New Canaan Rams weren't able to get any points out of that, but they were able to waste a good amount of clock. Looks like it will be hard for Cheshire to get any points with 20 seconds left in the half, but we'll see. Punt by Tygroff, and that'll go out of bounds.
Good play by him. Adam Vernon back there to receive that punt. It looks like Vernon and Jeffries are both getting kind of equal opportunities for touches here on the returns. Vernon more of a defensive player, and Matt Jeffries obviously more of an offensive weapon.
Cheshire will have about 12 seconds to work with here. Really just going to have to hope for a Hail Mary play if they want to score here, or just knee it and go into the half. And it looks like Cheshire will just knee it and just go into the half at Rams up 10-6. New Canaan Rams up 10-6.
Smart play there. No need to cause a huge mistake.
And that's what will happen. It's the end of the first half. New Canaan Rams are up 10-6. And they will start with the ball at the first half.
Right, and this is what the Rams, unfortunately they didn't get some points on the board at the end there, but that's all right because they get the ball coming back from half. We know the Rams are a team that comes out hot after halftime. Last game they were tied. They pulled ahead. They've done it multiple times in the last season where they just keep progressing forward at the half. And no matter what the score is, they're very successful in their locker room conversations because it works. And the Rams are going to look to get a score here off the first drive. If they can do what they did at the beginning of the game, it'll be a successful play. And if the Rams can get 7 more on the board, just like the Naugatuck game, that'll put them in a good enough place to start being comfortable and running the clock out.
And the Rams win ugly, but they win. And that's the important thing. The Rams are not going to win pretty. In the second half, expect to see a lot of the same. Short throws, running the ball, getting the just taking time off the clock so they can keep the ball out of Matt Jeffrey's hands, really, because he is that Cheshire offense. Although I am very impressed with the quarterback play of Aniston Marsh thus far in the first half. He had a couple of really nice throws on those 3rd and longs that helped get them into field goal range, although it was eventually blocked, the field goal attempt. But if I'm Cheshire, I'm going to try and get Matt Jeffries the ball more, although it is clear the New Canaan Rams defense is doing quite literally everything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Right, and Matt Jeffries is going to continue to be looked at, and
now let's
you
get
know,
our
no matter
Canaan
what, he's going to
cheerleaders.
have these opportunities to keep making big plays.
Sandy
And I think in the
Rosado,
second half, we'll see
Mariah
one,
Monte,
and we'll see a big
Brooke
breakout play as
Anderson,
Matt Jeffries, just like
Cindy
Hunter
Bremer,
Telesco, is due for one a
Karen
game.
Tang, Savannah
Yeah, now
Delaney,
we'll
and
go off right
Corbin
now. We'll come
Scott.
back for the start of the second half.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club, Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of your automotive needs. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Walter Storts. Walter Storts Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Storts is your fresh local market. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal and constructed with intention and integrity. We'd like to thank our gold sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Well, Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2022-2023 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the NCTV broadcast. We have a close game right now. New Canaan Rams are up 10-6 to the Cheshire Rams. New Canaan Rams will start with the ball in the second half. Gray, what do you have to talk about?
Now some fun facts here from today's game. Today's game marks the first time these two historic programs have ever faced each other in a high school football game, dating back to the inception of New Canaan football in 1928. It also marks the second time two teams named the Rams have played one another in the CIAC playoffs, the previous time being in the 1995 Class L championship between the Cheshire Rams and the Rockville Rams.
Guys, I have some stats to share from the first half. In terms of total offense, New Canaan has the advantage with 123 total yards to Cheshire's 100. Now, when we divide this up between the run and pass, it gets a little bit more funny. New Canaan has 79 rush yards to 44 pass yards, which is typical of what the Rams have been this season, a run-heavy team. You look at Cheshire, who has 1 rush yard in the entire first half to 99 pass yards. A disastrous running first half for the Cheshire Rams. Penalties is also playing a huge role. Cheshire only has 1 penalty for 5 yards. New Canaan has 4 for 55, 3 of which have resulted in a first down. And then, of course, the quarterback comparison. Ty Groff is 6 for 13 with 44 yards passing the ball. And then you look at Cheshire's quarterback, Aniston Marsh, who's 7 for 8 for 99 yards with 1 touchdown. Both quarterbacks are playing very well today. And then finally, Matt Jeffrey, the star of Cheshire, who only has 5 yards rushing but has 50 yards receiving off of 3 catches. Most of that coming from that 1 screen pass earlier in the game where he took it about 30 yards for the Cheshire Rams.
And a shout out here to some New Canaan football alumni. Zach Allen for the Arizona Cardinals started and had 2 tackles and a big sack in their loss versus the Chargers. Another in-house name, Jack Conley, here today to support the Rams. This is a very exciting matchup, guys, and I'm excited to see what both teams said in the locker room. And you know, Andrew, if you're the Cheshire team, what are you thinking?
I think that they should be confident. It's tough because this game really should be tied, coming from a Cheshire perspective with the 2 blocked kicks. So I think Cheshire has got to be frustrated about that. But the biggest thing that they can do right now is get the stop coming out of the half, because it is very doable. This Rams offense is good. They have talent, but they aren't necessarily explosive, I would say. So if Cheshire can play its game and use what it's been doing, use what they've been doing really throughout the first half, I think that they can stop them on that first drive and then get the ball back, you know?
Right now we have the Maloney-Shelton game in the top right corner. The game is tied 7-7 at halftime. Both games really close today. Any team can go to the state championship. It will be crazy to see what will happen in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I'm very excited to see, you know, what teams make it. This Class L championship is highly anticipated. Great teams have been knocked out in the early rounds. St. Joe's, really the biggest upset that nobody saw coming. You know, today if the Rams were playing St. Joe's, the New Canaan Rams were playing St. Joe's, I think it would be a hell of a close game. And I think right now these Cheshire Rams are also putting up a very, very good fight, as they are definitely still in this one.
Yeah, I remember last time New Canaan Rams played St. Joe's, didn't go in their favor. That's their only loss this season. So both teams are up to it.
Yeah, and when I met with Coach Marinelli before the game, he mentioned that it was unfortunate in that they actually wanted St. Joe's to win so that they could have another shot at St. Joe's. The Rams and St. Joe's have a pretty big rivalry, and recently that rivalry, unfortunately, has been dominated by St. Joe's. And I think that Coach Marinelli and the rest of his staff really thought that if they had played St. Joe's again, it would have been a win, certainly, for the Rams. But Coach Marinelli said, of course, he's happy that they're still playing and St. Joe's isn't.
Yeah, sounds like Coach Marinelli isn't scared of anyone. He's ready to play any team, any place, anywhere.
Cheshire, number 13, Micah.
Interesting kickoff start here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. New Canaan Rams will start with the ball.
Telesco and Gentner back for New Canaan.
This little breakout. Every team has their way of doing their kickoffs here.
We'll have Hunter Telesco and Griffin Gettner back to return.
Two dangerous returners.
And a great kick. And we'll see a penalty on the penalty will be called. Looks like it will be offside Cheshire. We'll wait to see the final call.
Really, I've never seen that call. Obviously, it was the right one, but players leaving early, it doesn't come that often, and it's really funny to see an offside call on a kickoff, especially here today, and just shows how strong and really in depth these refs work at this type of level game, a state playoff game, catching something like that, which isn't normally caught. You can see one of the Cheshire coaches very upset there and talking to the ref and saying, I guarantee you he's questioning, come on, man, no one calls that in high school football, but, clearly it was the right decision and a good call from this ref staff.
Yeah, we'll see how much that really changes the game. That first kickoff looked like it was going to be a touchback. We'll see what happens here, if it really will affect the game or not.
It'll move him back 5, but it shouldn't be much of a difference. It pretty much takes a touchback out of the question, though.
And Hunter Telesco back to return, and he will be tackled with first contact and stopped at the 30. And we'll see some fighting, a little pushing up and down at the 45 from
Between
Griffin Gettner and Michael Galazza, the kicker.
You always love when the kicker gets his hands a little dirty and gets involved, but good job by Griffin Gettner just staying out of it, putting his hands up. No need to catch any unnecessary strays.
Look, and Hunter Telesco having a great game. And honestly, as always, he's just does his job, and he does it correctly. And the New Canaan Rams are going to have to continue to capitalize off of his big run opportunities and stuff that he's able to create.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Hunter Telesco will do here in the second half. But we'll see a screen pass by Alex Russi, and he'll get tackled instantly by number 11, Michael Simone. Great tackle by him.
Looks like the screens are being read this game. You saw earlier Matt Jeffries, the play that got him hurt for a second there. Both these defenses, definitely defensive coordinators watching their film, and that's shown just by how both these teams are able to anticipate obvious play calls, just like the one we saw.
It's great to see Alex Russi can play anything. We saw him in QB beginning of the season. Now he's team at wide receiver. And Hunter Telesco will get through one tackle, but tackled right afterwards. He'll get 1 yard on the play.
I think that the Rams should try in the second half a fake screen and a leak out by one of the receivers. They did that last week against Naugatuck, and it completely fooled them. They pretty much had a touchdown. Unfortunately, it was not reeled in, but I think that would definitely work because these guys are coming down hard on these screens.
Matt Jeffries, the star with that tackle there.
See New Canaan Rams trips left, and they'll throw it deep to Max Alert. And he'll catch it. Great catch by Max Alert. And I've been saying that all game. He's had the mismatch with the height advantage, and they finally capitalized on it, the New Canaan Rams. They probably were talking about it at halftime.
And what do, folks? The fake bubble and the go to Max Alert. Wow, I don't want to say I'm a prophet, but that is incredible that I said that last play. That's surprising. Wow.
Andrew Rittenberry literally called that play, and now we see a screen play by Cooper Smith. He'll get about 5 yards on the play, but there will be a penalty. Great call, Andrew Rittenberry.
Look, and Cooper Smith, once again, that'll be a penalty on the Cheshire Rams. Moving the chains, you can see Cooper Smith right there. A screen pass, which there was nowhere to run. He made 5 yards out of that. And I think we're really underappreciating Cooper's great play in this game. And this is really, he's breaking out. He's a playoff kind of guy, as we're seeing right now. And he's making these really big plays, which are keeping the Rams in these drives and keeping these possessions alive.
15-yard penalty from the end of the play.
That'll be a
15 yards. That'll be unnecessary roughness, it looks like.
15-yard penalty here for Cheshire, really, really hurting them.
Yeah.
Penalties, as you spoke about at halftime, Andrew, something that the Rams had struggled with this game. It looks like, with big penalties like this, they're kind of evening the playing field.
And that's a back-breaking penalty, already well into Tygroff's field goal range.
First and 10 here for the New Canaan Rams. And they'll run up the middle to Hunter Telesco. He'll juke out the first guy, and then he'll get tackled shortly afterwards. He'll get about a yard or two on the play.
Hunter's doing everything he can with these runs, but the running game has not really been working thus far for New Canaan. They're going to have to start using that pass game a little bit more. I think that they're running a lot largely because they want to shorten this game due to the fact that they're up and in field goal range.
Yeah, New Canaan's O-line's been playing great. Just has to open a little bit more for Hunter Telesco to help him do his thing. I think once they get one open hole for Hunter Telesco, he'll break it and get free for a touchdown. 2nd and 9 here. Pass by Tigeroff, and it'll be deflected on the play. Flags will be thrown out.
Look, and I'm not sure what that was. Maybe a roughing the passer. I didn't see the exact thing there, but
looks like a holding, Gray.
Okay, it'll move the New Canaan team back. Not what they were looking for. They were within 15 yards. It looks like this offense is ready to move back a little more.
You know, that's the first holding call we've seen from the New Canaan Rams offensive line. They've been playing great so far in this game. Just a little thing they just got to clean up, but overall they've been looking pretty good so far.
Holding New Canaan.
That'll move them back 10 yards and make it 2nd and, I believe, 19.
Now you got to think that Tigeroff is still in field goal range, but it's definitely a harder kick than he had before. See what the Rams will do here on 2nd and 2nd and 20, sorry.
I like the deep ball to Langford here on that right side.
And they'll throw to Hunter Telesco, halfback screen, and he'll get about 30 yards on the play. It will be a first down in the goal line. Looks like he was almost about to score there.
Right, Dylan, wow. I'm sure you meant 20 there. Hunter Telesco with that nicely placed ball by Tigeroff, getting it over. You can see Tigeroff put an emphasis on these balls getting batted down and really just aired that ball over to Hunter Telesco, who was able to make a 20-yard play. It'll be 3rd and inches. You see they're bringing out the jumbo set. This means it's almost guaranteed a run. And for those of you who have never seen this, the Rams pile it in, and they just get the extra half yard they need.
But we'll see a false start. Usually we don't see this from the jumbo set, and usually we see a shotgun, but this time we'll see under the snap, and that won't be good for the jumbo set. Wow, I thought it was a first down from Hunter Telesco, but I guess it wasn't, and the jumbo set wasn't successful there.
Look, that really kills everything the Rams have been looking for. This jumbo set is not something that'll get 6 yards, and yes, the Rams will bring back their regular offense.
Luke Reed has been great on the jumbo set this season, but right there going false start, just eager to get that 1 yard, wasn't successful. Now the Rams are stuck in a hard position on 3rd and 6.
They got one-on-one over there with, I believe, Will Langford, or that's Alex Russi, sorry, on the far right side.
Tigeroff will hand it off to Hunter Telesco, and they'll push him, but it will be close.
Hand off to Hunter Telesco.
We'll see what the refs call here. It looks like it will be 4th and inches.
Down and about 1. 4th and 1.
This possession has been a roller coaster. Will the Rams? And yes, they will. They'll bring back onto the field their jumbo set.
Or no, this could be a kick.
Looks like it'll be a field goal they'll be attempting here.
Yep, Luke Robinson trots out.
Field goal is fine for New Canaan. It'll put them up 7.
If it goes in.
Nothing wrong with that. Tigeroff with the 24-yard field goal. And it will be good. Tigeroff does not miss easy field goals like that.
And, I mean, just the chemistry, once again, between the holder and Ty to get the ball off that quickly and that accurately is amazing. And the confidence this Rams team has in their kicker has really what led them this entire season, because if you know, I get the ball within the 40-yard line and it's a field goal. Yeah. That's remarkable. That's what NFL teams are doing. And to be able to have that at the high school level is really what puts the Rams over every other team in terms of, playoff and fourth quarter, opportunities, because kicking a field goal is so much more important than going for it on, 4th and 20 with 10 yards to the goal line. It's really something that the Rams have been able to create success with.
Yeah, it's such a luxury in high school football. And it is probably it certainly won the Rams the Turkey Bowl with the 47-yarder to take the lead. Most teams are not even attempting that kick because it's just unheard of
Really
in
no
high school
team.
football to be able to trot out your kicker for 45+ yard field goals. It really is incredible what Ty Groff has done this season.
New Canaan Rams definitely would have been happy with a touchdown, but field goal still good. Returned by Matt Jeffrey here. Let's see what he'll do to start the second half. And he'll get tackled at the 25.
A great shed by Owen Lyden there. He was definitely occupied by a block, but he shedded him and was able to make that tackle.
It'll be interesting to see what Cheshire does here in the second half. What do you guys think we'll see from Cheshire here?
Look, I think the Cheshire Rams are going to have to create some offense and have to get points on the board. As we said before, a field goal puts the Rams ahead by 7, which is an entire touchdown. And it might not even be a touchdown, as if the Cheshire's team gets blocked again with the extra point. That'll still put them down 1. So they really need a touchdown to be able to get back into this game, preferably before the start of the 4th.
We have seen Matt Jeffrey at every position, running back, wide receiver, QB, and we'll see him with the halfback screen here, and he'll get about 5 yards on the play.
One thing that Jeffrey does very well is fall forward whenever he gets tackled. You notice it on that play, and if you've been watching this whole game, it's been pretty apparent. Every time he gets tackled, he falls forward. That is a coach's dream characteristic out of a receiver and a running back. Just being able to get that extra half yard and yard means a lot. Although it seems like such a small thing, it means a lot in the grand scheme of the game.
2nd and 4 here for the Cheshire Rams, and Matt Jeffrey once again going to the outside. He'll stiff arm Walker Blair to the ground and get the first down, but there will be a penalty on the call.
That'll be an obvious hold on this Cheshire Rams team. It was that left tackle who held the Rams outside linebacker, Owen Lyden, and that hold really didn't allow Lyden to keep contained and take down Jeffries, which personally I think he might have there, and that was a clear call and a great call by the referees.
What a stiff arm, though, by Jeffrey. Just to take Walker Blair down, who is one of the strongest players probably in the whole high school.
That'll move him back to 2nd and 14.
10-yard penalty.
You know, both teams have been hurt by penalties on offense. We'll see what the Rams do here. The Cheshire Rams do here on 2nd and 15. And they'll pass it. They got an open guy, number 14, and he gets hit hard. Wow, that was a hard hit, but he's upping it okay.
Big hit by Mike Smith there. You saw Matt Salmini almost looking to bat that ball down. You know, it looks like a lot of these Rams defenders, especially in this pass game, are all very close to making something happen, but things are sneaking through. You see a great play by number 33, Owen Lyden, holding contained, not allowing the quarterback to really hold the ball for much longer. He occupies Matt Jeffrey, which is really what this Rams team is trying to do.
Yeah, great catch by number 14, Lucas Chimber. That was a hard catch to stay with after catching and getting hit blindsided from behind, not even seeing it coming. Now we'll see what the Cheshire Rams do on 3rd and 5, and they'll pass to the left side. They'll have a lot of blockers. Number 23, Lucas Lyden, will have a lot of field. He keeps on running. He might go all the way, but he'll get tackled by Michael Smith. He had so many open blockers there and had so much stuff to work with there. Wow, what do you guys have to say about that play?
You know what's so interesting about a play like that? Last week, the Naugatuck Greyhounds tried literally the same exact play, the roll right and then the throwback, and it was blown up. It was completely blown up by the Rams defense. But for some reason today, the Rams probably were not expecting Cheshire to run a play like that, and it was widely successful.
Right, and I think if you have a guy that's a little faster, that's going to be a touchdown.
First and 10 here. And they'll fumble it on the play. And it will be returned by New Canaan, it looks like. They'll drop on it. We'll see what the refs call. And it will be the Rams. The Rams with the recovery of a muff snap. Matt Jeffrey was not able to take the handoff. I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication, just bad play call. I don't know. What happened there,
Look,
guys?
a little bit of confusion there. Probably with the quarterback not remembering the plays. There's a lot of plays. It's tough to remember. And you saw Jack Boutine making the Jack Boutine kind of play. He gets through the line, and he recognizes that football's on the ground, and he dives for it. He's the first one on the ball, and he gives the Rams possession. He's had a great game, and he's continuing to do this throughout the playoffs. You know, I'd say him and Cooper Smith are these playoff guys who are making huge plays and keeping the Rams in games like this.
Yeah, that was a weird play. It looked like Matt Jeffrey was going to run with it, but ball just dropped instantly. And now we'll see Hunter Telesco with the ball. And he'll truck Cheshire's defense and get about 5-6 yards on the play.
Telesco, the ball carrier.
It didn't even look like Aniston Marsh had any idea the ball was on the ground. He kind of pivoted and threw a fake pass, and he just stood there for a couple seconds while the ball was on the ground. Just a weird play.
Yeah, it looks like he probably could have returned it if he knew it was on the ground, but both players didn't know. It looked like, and then Jack Poutine was just right there, right person, right time. And now we'll see another run with Hunter Telesco. He'll get those additional yards with just using his body, and he'll get the first down.
Look, and here's something that I think sets the Rams and a lot of these FCIAC teams ahead. You know, Class L, the size of the school, obviously you have to be very large, but you see Cheshire having a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball. That's definitely something that's going to hurt him, especially a player like Matt Jeffries who needs to keep his endurance.
And now we'll see another run with Hunter Telesco. And wow, he'll get hit hard by Matt Jeffrey. We usually don't see that by Hunter Telesco there.
I think he just slipped on that play, but a good hit by Jeffrey there. Let's see if the Rams can create another positive scoring drive.
New Canaan Rams.
Yeah, the New Canaan Rams. Their offense has really looked better these last couple of weeks.
It'll be second and 6. See what the New Canaan Rams do here. And screen pass to Will Langford. And he'll juke the first guy, and he'll keep going. And he'll get about 5-6 yards on the play, and that will be a first down, New Canaan Rams.
Correction, that's Cooper Smith, I believe,
sorry,
number
my bad.
17.
Right, look at Cooper Smith. You know, as we said before, he's really having himself a game. He's making something out of nothing. He's breaking a tackle, and he's getting upfield. Cooper Smith has had an amazing game, and he's going to continue to do so.
My bad on the play call there. Cooper Smith has been playing great today. I love it how Ty Groff's able to get it to every wide receiver, though. We've seen all the wide receivers make catches today, and now we'll see another run with Hunter Telesco, and he'll just bully his way through and get 5 yards on the play, 4 yards on the play.
I'd like to say he was a toe away from a touchdown there. His foot was just grabbed at the end, and say he was one more step ahead. That could have been his big breakout run for the game, which comes regularly.
These guys on defense, though, on the Cheshire Rams defensive front seven especially, look gassed. And that's why the New Canaan Rams are going to continue to run the ball.
Yeah, last week we saw Naugatuck hitting it really hard, and this week we see New Canaan hitting hard. Like with that truck there from McInerney, wow.
Listen, the freshman wide receivers also had a great game, and I think, you know, the reason we're getting so excited about these wide receivers getting the ball is this is really the second game this entire season we're even seeing them touch it. And the receiving yards numbers are going to go up. Cooper Smith definitely has over 20, which, you know, right now he's averaging 17.8, which I think at the peak of the season was maybe Will Langford at 19. So the Rams really have started to get the balls to their wide receivers a lot more, which is definitely shown in this game as they've driven the ball down the field through the use of the wide receivers, and they're going to continue to do so.
Now QB sneak on 3rd and 1, and they'll get the first down. New Canaan Rams.
You never want to see your quarterback take a hit like that, though. Ty Groff got lit up there.
Matt Jeffrey with another big hit on the New Canaan Rams.
And good sportsmanship, helping Groff back to his feet.
We've seen a lot of hard hits today from both teams. Guys, what do you think is going to happen here on 1st and 10 for the New Canaan Rams?
Listen, 1st and 10, the Rams have had the momentum this possession. I think they're going to throw the ball, get the ball downfield.
See some motion from Cooper Smith, and they'll run up the middle with Hunter Telesco, and he'll just keep going, getting more and more yards, and it'll be 3rd and about 7.
And that's the
I mean,
difference.
second.
That's the difference between a good running back and a great running back. A guy who's going to stay on his feet for as long as possible. You saw the tackle came and Telesco rolls on top of the tackler just to get those extra few yards and was really able to use that momentum to make a good play out of nothing.
2nd and 7 here for the New Canaan Rams. Their offense. This is the best their offense has looked this season, in my opinion. Like playing a great team, and we'll see another one with Hunter Telesco. Like I say that, great run from Hunter Telesco. He'll get the 1st down. Had one guy to beat. Matt Jeffrey just got him with the little, just was able to hold on to his leg there.
Yeah, keep running if you're New Canaan right now. Cheshire is really struggling to stop the run, and these runs aren't really that different from the normal run. I feel like these runs are pretty much identical, and they keep moving the ball down the field, and the 3rd quarter is almost over now.
Now we'll see another run with Hunter Telesco. He'll get a few yards on the play.
This is what, 4 or 5 straight runs for the Rams?
Right, and it's good strategy because, you're expecting the Rams now to throw the ball. They've been running it the whole time. Cheshire's, re-game planning right now, and they're saying, okay, we got to shut down Telesco again. How are we going to do it?
Yeah, Telesco being a game changer like he's been this whole season, averaging over 100 yards per game. What would be 6 and 7? I mean 2nd and 7, my bad. And we'll have trips left, and we'll get an RPO. McInerney will catch it, but he'll hit his knees on the ground right when he catches it. They'll lose yards on the play.
Look, the ball was a little low there, but I think it was the right decision as, maybe if that ball was caught, there could have been yards to have. And I think in a game like this, honestly, you keep the ball back to Cooper Smith. Every time he's been given the ball off a screen, he's made something out of it. You saw in the Naugatuck game, he had a big 20, 25-yard screen pass that really gave this New Canaan Rams team one of their big touchdowns. So I think you get the ball to Cooper Smith. I think you continue to run the football with Telesco, and you're looking at a touchdown opportunity.
We look at it here. Max Slurt still has the size advantage mismatch. Maybe they'll throw to him. We'll see you throw to McInerney, though.
Ooh,
and
no, short.
He won't get the 1st down. He'll get about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 4th and about 6.
That's going to be the end of the quarter, folks. We're headed to the 4th officially with a big field goal for Ty Groff coming up. This would be huge to extend the lead to 10. But the story of the 2nd half thus far is that costly fumble by Aniston Marsh and Matt Jeffrey. Just the miscommunication. You cannot have that in a state semifinal playoff game because a good team like the New Canaan Rams will take that and they'll kill you with it.
Right, and especially after a big trick play like that, which you can really only use once in a game before it's shut down. And having your momentum just shut down by the New Canaan Rams is really something they're going to have to fix. We're now going to bring it down to PJ, our sideline reporter, for more on this 4th quarter.
They've allowed numerous yards, including a touchdown, and are pretty much the reason that Cheshire has even 6. Let's see how much better they can do in this 4th quarter. Back up to you.
And we are headed now to the 4th quarter, and Ty Groff, the kicker, is headed out here.
This is a big kick. This will make it a 2-possession game. And once again, we see all the guys to go to the left side. We've seen this before. They'll probably most likely just come back just to throw off the Cheshire Rams. But yeah, we'll just see them come back. But yeah,
it certainly is a peculiar formation that they run.
This will be about a 34-yard field goal. And it's up, and it's good from 34 yards. Ty Groff is automatic, and that makes New Canaan Rams up 10 points now.
Listen, and no surprise there. The margin that Ty Groff's kicking with, You saw Matt Jeffries come around and almost make the block, and I think everyone in these stands were expecting that field goal to go in. Ty Groff has been consistent this entire season. You see Matt Jeffries slide around the top of your screen, almost make the block, but he is no match for Ty, as that field goal would have been good from a lot further.
You know, field goals like that, we see Ty Groff kicking those, we're like, okay, that's automatic, that's going in. But with other kickers, that's not the same thing. It's a lot harder. We're just used to Ty Groff making field goals from anywhere.
Right, and I think the Rams being up 10 is where they want to be. They've had confidence in blocking kicks this entire game. I don't know if Cheshire has the confidence in their kicker to make the PAT. Say one's blocked, that really turns it into a touchdown, a field goal, and another score, which could be really detrimental, especially with the time running down in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Chester has had 2 kick attempts, 1 extra point and 1 field goal. Both have been blocked. Definitely not the kicker's fault, but maybe the blocking's fault. Definitely need a touchdown here to get the momentum back for Cheshire.
This game is certainly not over, though.
Yeah, definitely not over. We'll see what Matty Jeffrey will do here. And he'll break the first tackle. He'll keep running, but he'll be tackled shortly after.
Groff's kick is returned by number 4.
Big drive here for the Cheshire Rams because of just how well New Canaan can run the clock when it wants to with its running game, and especially Hunter Telesco. So a score here is imperative for Cheshire if they want to stay in this.
Right, Andrew, what do you think this play calling sheet is looking like right now? Are you going for these long passes, or are you going for the runs to Matt Jeffries?
I think these intermediate to long passes, especially with the digs and the crosses and the posts, have really been working so far. So I would continue to do that if they can.
And we'll see a toss to Matthew Jeffrey, and he'll get hit by his own teammate, but he'll break a few tackles, and he'll keep running. Will he stand on his feet, and he'll be tackled? But, wow, he almost broke free for a touchdown there. Matty Jeffrey.
Looking a freak accident there from the New Canaan defense. You saw Matt Jeffries almost tackled by his own lineman there, and he was able to break out of that and really break a few tackles. He was almost still up if I believe that was Jack Boutine got a hand on him and really led to him being brought down.
It looked like him getting hit by his teammate actually boosted him forwards to help him slip through the hole to get additional yards.
This kid is a special player, though. That is a play almost no one can make.
Now we got 1st and 10 here, and they'll run it to Matty Jeffrey again, and he'll get about a yard on the play.
Hand off to Jeffrey. He gets tripped up after a gain of a couple. 2nd and 9.
Tripped up. Unfortunately, that play did not have the same outcome as the previous. Cheshire is going to have to look to get a deep ball here and really bring a score within the next 5 minutes. They can't afford a 5-minute possession here, as a 5-minute possession will allow the Rams to hold the ball for the rest of this game.
Yeah, last time Cheshire had a long possession, they ended up with 0 points. We'll see what they'll do here on 2nd and 9, and now they'll finally pass it, this time to a new player, number 19, Andrew Vags, and he'll get about 7 yards on the play.
Good play call. It is odd to me, though, that they aren't stretching the field yet. There's a lot of time left, but because New Canaan can chew the clock so well, I would start taking shots now.
Looking at a new offense checks in here for Cheshire. We've found that this is probably the way they keep their players fresh. They really have 2 sets of quarterbacks, and then a third if you include Matt Jeffries, and that allows a lot of players to play both sides of the ball.
Matty Jeffrey once again getting the handoff, and he'll get the 1st down for the Rams. It's enough yards needed for them.
Jeffrey, he gets pushed out of bounds.
1st and more, that'll be 3 yards more than the 1st down here. It'll be 1st and 10 for Cheshire. They bring in their original offense once again, number 17 for them, Aniston Marsh.
Cheshire's playing good right now. They're just getting 4 yards per play, and that's just what you got to do. Just keep driving down the field, slowly but surely, and that's what they're doing, having a lot of success right now.
And outside of that one fumble, Aniston Marsh has actually had a very good game today.
Now let's see what will happen on the pass here. almost intercepted by Tucker Milligan, but pass will be incomplete.
Well, it looks like I jinxed him because that was not a good throw at all by Aniston Marsh. He is lucky that that was not intercepted, but now it's a 2nd and long, so it's likely going to be another throwing down here for Cheshire.
Yeah, Cheshire has been looking pretty good on this drive. You know, the announcer jinx came into play there. Kind of came into play when you called it. Now we'll see the run to Matthew Jeffrey once again, and he'll hit hard. Both guys staying up there and going out of bounds. Both players just hitting hard. Both teams just keep going back and forth at each other.
Mike Smith making another big hit there. He made that push out of bounds on the last play, and Smith is a great offensive player for the Rams. They like him in the screen. They like him as a wide receiver, but with the injury of Brendan Hagan, he's definitely filling in the spot as a corner.
The Cheshire Rams keep going on these 3rd downs. This is definitely going to be a very important 3rd down here. If they don't get it, momentum will go back to New Canaan, and they'll be up 2 possessions. So this is definitely a crucial play here for Cheshire.
Could be 4-down territory, too.
3rd and 8, deep pass.
Ooh.
And
That
looks
looked
like a PI, yeah. And
flag.
Walker Blair with the PI. New Canaan Rams will get a little mad, but that did look like a big PI right there.
Yeah, you heard my ad lib there. That I could tell there that was going to be a pass interference. Just Walker Blair unfortunately got there a little too early, but and it almost looked uncatchable, the throw there. Unclear of who Marsh was targeting there. And these New Canaan parents, they want their kids moving on, and rightfully so. They've had a special season, and they are not happy with another call against them. And the penalty yards keep adding up for New Canaan. It's definitely been their Achilles heel today.
Right, and we saw that last game. They had 9 penalties for 70 yards, and this game is no different.
It's definitely what's been holding New Canaan's defense back is the pass interference on these 3rd downs. We've seen a few this game. No catch on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Look, unfortunately, it was thrown too far in front of the receiver there. Pass attempted for number 23, Luke Weidman, and unfortunately wasn't able to get the right footing, and that'll put them at 2nd and 10. Listen, Dylan, what do you think this team has enough confidence in their kicker to slam a 20-yard field goal, a 30-yard field goal? What do you think the Cheshire Rams is comfortable with?
I don't know how good the kicker is. He just keeps getting blocked. He just gets unlucky. Just as long as the line can block for him, maybe he can make it. So maybe they do have trust in him. We'll have to see, though. Matty Jeffrey making some dance moves. He's still up on his feet.
Ooh,
He'll get no yards on the play, but there will be a
flag
penalty.
comes in. This could very well be a face mask. Hopefully it's a holding against Cheshire, but it is not looking good. Let's see what it is.
Look, once again, you'll see a replay here. Owen Lyden goes to bring him down. I don't see a face mask
Neither do
grabbed.
I. This would be a...
Looks like the refs are talking about it for a while. We'll see what the main ref says right now.
Rams defense walking backwards here.
And it will be a face mask
Ooh.
on the New Canaan Rams.
That
in the
is
replay,
not a good call.
In the replay, we did not see that.
Especially at the time the flag was thrown, we did not see anything.
That looks like the first bad call from the refs. They've had some great calls today, but first bad call from them.
Now it looks like it'll only be a 5-yard penalty.
Maybe it
from
wasn't.
the spot of the foul.
Maybe it wasn't.
They might have called the flag off, but
maybe it wasn't a face mask.
Well, they got yards.
I don't know exactly what it was because definitely wasn't a face mask. Would have been more than 15 yards.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what did he say?
Incidental face mask. That'll only be 5 yards from the spot of the foul.
So I guess that will be the play call. And now Cheshire will have a false start. It will be 2nd and 13.
moves back anyways.
8 minutes left. This possession has been very long for Cheshire. they need to get some points on this possession.
Right, and as we said before, they're approaching about the 3-minute mark on that possession from when we first spoke, but a 5-minute possession they cannot afford.
2nd and 13, and they'll do a read option, but they'll give it to Matty Jeffrey once again, and he'll have blockers, open field,
Holding. It's coming
and he'll
back.
keep running. Will he go all the way? And he'll be stopped at the 3, but it looks like there will be a penalty
Such an
on Cheshire's
unnecessary
offense.
hold. Such an
Wow.
incredibly unnecessary hold. Oh.
Matty Jeffrey's injured. He is not moving. Hopefully he is okay.
As you can see here, a great play call by the coach once again.
Wow, wait, Matty Jeffrey's not moving at all. That looks very scary right now as we look at the field. Hopefully he is okay. Do not see any movement in him.
Right, that's very unfortunate. From the second he went down, he hasn't moved a limb.
All the medics are on the field.
Okay. That's
He's
good to see.
okay. He's getting up.
And
That'll be another shot to the groin, I believe. Looks like Tucker Milligan's helmet once again came and cleaned that tackle up. That'll be the second time Milligan has brought him down.
now this is not a place for Cheshire. They're in, it's 2nd and 23, and their best player is out right now.
Right, and let me tell you something. So is their second best player. Jeffrey Gonzalez, a guy who's going to average them close to 100 yards per game rushing, is out this game, and that compiled with this injury to Matt Jeffries. It's the second time it's happened this game. Seems to be the same spot. Doesn't look like he'll be returning anytime soon. He is a tough player, so we could see him come back. But with 8 minutes left, it's unlikely that he's going to make a return to the field.
You know, it's possibly the last game of the season for the Cheshire Rams. I think Matty will do anything he can to get back on that field, so we'll see what will happen with that. But 2nd and 23 here for Cheshire. They'll go for a deep pass. They're getting rushed by New Canaan's defense, though, and sacked by Charlie O'Connor.
Look, and you saw right from the takeoff there, Charlie O'Connor knew he was going to bring down that quarterback. Beginning of that play, he was ready to go on his blitz. He shook his blocker very early on and was able to make the play from behind. That's a great play by Charlie O'Connor.
Wow, Cheshire's in horrible field position right now. They're not even in field goal range anymore.
3rd and forever.
3rd
This is
and
gonna
28.
be. You don't have any plays in your playbook for 3rd and 28. So, some sort of trick play, maybe try and get 12, 15 yards, so it's a fourth and manageable, because
It'll be a Hail Mary here.
We'll see what Cheshire will do here. And we'll get a penalty on the call.
Penalty flag on the play.
That'll be a delay of game. That'll bring the Cheshire team back even more. That's very unfortunate. Although it does look like that might have saved him a down, because Charlie O'Connor and Javi Perez were there right on the tackle as soon as that whistle was blown.
It'll be 3rd and 33 now for Cheshire. If you think about it, though, it is 3rd down. If they get about a good amount of yards here, they could go for it on 4th down, but it's not looking that likely for Cheshire. Deep pass. Has all the time in the pocket, but will be sacked again by, looks like, Charlie O'Connor.
Charlie O'Connor, 2 sacks on the same drive. That's really big for the player. And you could see Charlie, a guy who's used to doing that. Charlie's used to giving good penetration, and this time it's worked out in his favor. He used his speed and his strength and piled up with Will Pepe. Really took down that quarterback and forced a punt with 6 minutes in the game. I don't agree with that decision. I understand it's 4th and 37, but you're going to need nothing short of a miracle to come back from this one.
No, Gray, you got to punt it here. There's
you
no
gotta
way you're
punt
returning
this.
it. You just
I
got to
don't
hope
know.
your defense plays good.
when it rains, it pours, though, and it certainly poured for Cheshire on that drive. That was
See?
a disastrous end of the drive.
Great punt
Oh,
here
wow.
by Cheshire, and now, see, look at this.
Wow.
Like Cheshire, New Canaan Rams will start on their own 1 yard line. This could look good for Cheshire, maybe, possibly.
What a punt.
Right.
What a punt. Perfect punt by Cheshire. But let's go back to Charlie O'Connor's 2 sacks in a row, back-to-back plays. That was some great stuff there by Charlie O'Connor.
and just a phenomenal punt by Cheshire. And if you're Cheshire, you got to be thinking, bring the Hounds. Because if you get the safety, you have the ball back, and it's a one-score game. But if New Canaan can get out of its own end zone, it's not looking good for Cheshire.
Look, and as we predicted here, Matt Jeffries still without his helmet on that sideline. Looks like he will not be making a return to this game.
You know, if Cheshire does get a safety here, that will give them the ball and make it a one-possession game. So this is a big play if Cheshire can stop them, but it doesn't look like that will be the call.
Look, and the Rams use something out of their jumbo package that'll give them enough room just to be able to get out of that end zone territory, as they really don't want to take a safety in this oddly scoring game. 16-6. They're trying to get out of this red zone territory. Luke Reed's getting them out of here. You got a lot of powerful guys on this line, and that jumbo package is something where the Rams take their 10 biggest guys, they put them down. The red zone quarterback, Luke Reed, then takes the ball up the middle, sometimes in shotgun, and really makes something out of it.
See another jumbo set. Looks like Luke Reed will get it again. And it'll just be another run up the middle. Direct snap. But Luke Reed has open space. He will run. This could be a touchdown for Luke Reed if he has enough speed. 24 looks like he will catch up to him. And he trucks him. Great play by Luke Reed. Wow.
Yeah,
Luke
this
Reed.
might be the straw that breaks the camel's back for Cheshire, but what a run by Luke Reed. He has really come into his own this season and had just a phenomenal campaign. What a run to just completely flip the tides of this game and likely send the Rams to the state championship. What a run.
Look, and he sent some bodies flying on that play at the end there. Luke Reed down there in the foot race, really making something out of that jumbo package, which was a great play call by the New Canaan Rams.
1st and 10 for the New Canaan Rams now. Hunter Telesco up the middle. We'll get about a yard on the play. Oh, he'll stay still up, but he'll shortly go down.
Telesco, the ball carrier.
Luke Reed, we've seen some big runs from him. Fairfield Prep, he had a jumbo set and was able to score off of a 30-yard run, and right there, a 50-yard rush. Looked like the Cheshire Rams were looking to stop the inside game, but weren't stopping the outside, and Luke Reed got open.
Looks like they will bring in potentially the jumbo package. I saw a lot of the guys on there that normally play just defense strap on their helmets and run onto the field quickly.
It looks like Cheshire had a chance to come back when they had the Rams in within their own 5, but now the Rams could just drain out the clock and could easily just win this game now.
Right, and I think the situation that the Rams are looking for here is really to get rid of the 4 minutes on the clock. If they can stall enough time in this possession, they've got 2nd and 9. If they get a first down, that could really be it. And they have enough confidence in their defense to not give up a touchdown, and let alone a touchdown and a field goal.
And we'll see the jumbo set once again with Luke Reed. 2nd and 9 here. Usually not the time you see the jumbo set, but we'll see it here. And they'll run it up the middle once again, and Luke Reed will get additional yards.
Great run by Luke Reed again.
It'll be 3rd and 2 for New Canaan Rams.
Look, and I think Dan Farina, this offensive coordinator for the New Canaan Rams, is taking advantage of the fatigue that these Cheshire defensive linemen are playing with, and using big, powerful runners just like that, and all the blockers, forcing those guys down is giving Luke Reed enough room to run and stay on his feet. And when Luke Reed is up on his feet, he's going to bring a few guys down with him, and we saw there, gives him a 3rd and 1 opportunity.
Yeah, Cheshire, a lot of the players play both sides of the field, and you can see them definitely starting to get a little tired here in the 4th quarter. We'll see another jumbo set with Luke Reed, and he'll get the first down, and he'll keep running, and he'll trip and fall. But he'll get the first down. Great play by Luke Reed there.
Cheshire is just struggling mightily to keep contained, but kudos to Luke Reed for just seeing the outsides open and taking advantage. Another just quality run. This jumbo package that the Rams have used has really been a gem for this offense this season in short yardage and chew clock situations.
Look, and the Rams not looking to give away any of their hand signals on the field are going back to their coach every single time to get the new play call.
It looks like they're just going to keep Ty Groff and Hunter Telesco out of the game for the rest of the time. Make sure they don't get hurt, no bad injuries, and just keep feeding Luke. It's working with the jumbo set.
Right, and why not? He's hitting the same gap, and it's worked every single time. One time for a 56-yard gain, and again for another big 15, 20-yard gain. And the Rams have no reason to stop doing this, and if they continue to do so, they're going to get a touchdown.
Yeah, the Cheshire Rams just can't seem to stop it. It's literally just the same play to the right side every time. We'll see what they change here defensively.
Right, and Dylan, what do you think the Cheshire team needs to do to really get back into this football game? A lot of people are going to count them out right now, but you can really never count anyone out of a football game, and especially in a 10-point game, it's very achievable. What are those next steps look like?
It's a hard game. They're calling their timeouts, using them to stop the clock. There's 2 minutes left. They're going to have to stop them here, and hopefully not a field goal. If they get a field goal, it won't be too bad, but they're going to need a touchdown instantly, then hopefully get an onside kick, then another touchdown, which will be hard.
Jumbo set here once again for the Rams. Looks like they're going to run the same play. I wouldn't be surprised.
2nd and 5 here, and they'll run it this time to the left side. Luke Reed just looking at the Cheshire team. Little taunting there, and touchdown, Luke Reed. Anytime touchdown, always Luke Reed right there.
Luke Reed just accumulated about 99 yards of rushing in that one drive. That quite literally, I believe, was entirely Luke Reed there, outside of maybe a carry. But what a drive for the Rams, and what a way to cap off this state semifinal game and put the dagger into the hearts of Cheshire. Great job, Rams.
Right, Reed was the only one who touched the ball on that possession, and you saw at the end there in that final 15-yard run, he was looking for defenders.
99 rushing yards for Luke Reed on one possession. It's kind of crazy. And we see the extra point good from Ty Groff once again. And the New Canaan Rams will be up 23-6 on Cheshire with 2 minutes left in the game. Like you said earlier, Andrew, you said New Canaan Rams was going to easily win this. And it looks like it's happening right now.
Yeah, I think that the Rams have the strength in numbers that I don't think Cheshire has. I think Cheshire really has relied this season a little too much on a couple of guys, while the Rams have done something similar with Hunter Telesco. They've also been able to get everyone involved, especially since Ty Groff has returned from injury.
Right, and here's why that's happening. A lot of these second half games, the Rams are fortunate to have new sets of players for both offense and defense, and a lot of the times on special teams. And this Cheshire team doesn't have the endurance. We saw that with Naugatuck last week. Naugatuck did not have the endurance. Both the games were near tied at half, and the other team just pulled through, and the New Canaan Rams pulled through because they had the endurance and they had the energy to do so.
You know, New Canaan has all these top players like Hunter Telesco, Ty Groff, but I think the best thing they have is all these different players they have that can run with the ball like Luke Reed, and we see a little bit of fighting there. Did you guys see that? Do you guys have anything to say about that?
You know, I didn't get a glimpse on the exact contact there, but it looks like this penalty will be on Cheshire.
Looks like, Cheshire looks like their season might end in the next 2 minutes most likely, and they're just getting a little mad, letting the emotions get to themselves, as we see here.
Right, that's something you can't let happen, not only at this point to try and get back into the football game, but just from kind of a standpoint of you represent your town and you represent your team, and late cheap shots, especially on a kickoff and at a point in time where it doesn't really matter, are just unnecessary.
It's really looks like we do not see Matt Jeffrey.
His day is probably going to be done.
Looks like he won't be coming back into the game, sadly. Hope he is okay.
Look, New Canaan Rams not looking to give up anything easy here. Cheshire still definitely working to try and make something out of this play.
1st and 10. The Cheshire Rams on their own 10-yard line. Going to have to go 90 yards in under 2 minutes. Great catch by number 14, Lucas Chimbor, and he'll get a first down. But we'll see another penalty.
Look, and Scheinborn making the right play there. He found open space. He beat out some of those Rams middle linebackers with his speed, and he got the first down, which is what Cheshire was looking for. And to continue to finish this game, they're going to have to get out of bounds as they have 1 timeout left. The Rams have 3, probably aren't going to be using any of them. And this Cheshire team only has 1, 2 minutes left on the clock. They're going to need 3 scores. 3 scores to win this game, or 2 and a field goal with no blocks, extra points. I really don't see how that'd be possible left here, but capitalizing off a penalty opportunity, this Cheshire team is going to continue to see what they can get.
Now we'll see a personal foul on the New Canaan Rams.
Another
Both teams
penalty.
just getting a little mad at each other, letting the emotions get to themselves. 1st and 10, Cheshire will get a catch about 9 yards on the play by number 23, Lucas Weidman.
Look, and sacrificing things like that by playing conservative sometimes hurt you in that opportunity. This is going to give the Cheshire team most likely the first down with 2nd and 1. However, they are going to have to continue to make plays downfield and pass the ball as they can't afford just this 1-yard run.
2nd and 1 here, the Cheshire Rams. And we'll get some whistles. Timeout, New Canaan Rams before the snap.
Right, and properly done as number 26 there, Nicholas Miller, definitely a guy who was stepping up in the beginning of this game. Kind of got that little lob pass there, and that definitely led to almost a great play. Luckily, the Rams got the timeout off, and he might have been met by Matt Salmini, so maybe that was for the better.
And we just got feedback that Greenwich just beat Glastonbury in the double L playoff semifinals. So New Canaan won't be playing Greenwich, but Greenwich will be in the championship for the double L division.
Class M, final score, Notre Dame, West Haven 28, Law 14.
This game coming to its end, 2 minutes left on the clock.
2nd and 1 here.
Look, the New Canaan Rams can't give up anything easy here if they want to stay in this game. Not only for the game itself,
Deep
but for the look it'll have.
pass caught by number 14, Lucas Chimeborn. And we'll look at the score. Maloney is up 21-14 against Shelton. I don't know if that's the final score or not, but that is the score right now. Maloney is up 21-14 against Shelton. So right now, if both scores stay how they are, New Canaan will play Maloney in the state championship.
And that would be one hell of a game, one hell of a state championship, because Maloney is a fantastic team. They went to Darien and beat them pretty soundly.
We'll see another completed pass by Cheshire. They're driving down the field right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm very surprised they got that call. It looked like the ball bounced off the ground.
That clearly bounced off the ground.
You know, if you could challenge a play in high school, that probably would have been brought back, but you can't really do that right now. And
wow.
we'll see a penalty on the call here. Tucker Milligan with another big hit. We'll see if it's on him.
And you hear a New Canaan parent yell, "You suck, ref." I think that's really the mindset that these New Canaan parents have had recently, because the Rams have been killed by penalties last game and into this game as well. The penalties have just been brutal.
Right, and especially that penalty, that the pass interference and stuff like this, that's not called very often against this Rams team, and penalties that just haven't really been called this entire season are just something that are surprising for both the fans and the coaches themselves.
You know, even if Cheshire scores here, it is a 17-point game, making it a 3-possession game. So they're going to have to score 3 times in the next minute 40 if they want to win this game, which is very unlikely. Looks like they'll have a good chance to score here, though, on this possession, as
Pass interference, New Canaan, half the distance
it will
to
be
the goal.
1st and 10 on the New Canaan Rams' 11-yard line.
That was 2 back-to-back really questionable calls. I understand giving the team that's down some
life.
Yeah, and some leeway, but
And
that ball clearly hit the ground, and that was not a pass interference. So understandable as to why the New Canaan fans are not too happy right now.
You know, looks like New Canaan Rams are going to win. Looks like the refs might just be giving Cheshire just a few plays their way.
Right. In a minute 47 seconds left, the New Canaan Rams are not trying to give up another touchdown just because of how it's going to look on that state playoff bracket. And it's definitely something that going into a championship after a blowout is a confidence booster, especially if the team on the other side only won by a touchdown. Andrew, what are you anticipating here from this Cheshire team? They're basically in the red zone, and they really need a score.
I would expect the same type of things they've been doing throughout this drive, targeting the sidelines, or if not targeting the sidelines, trying to get in the end zone, as the refs are speaking to the coaches right now of New Canaan.
Just clearing up some rules stuff.
Looks like the refs were talking to both sides at one point. Don't know exactly what's being said, but hopefully we can just get onto the game soon, and it looks like we'll do right here. 1st and 10 on New Canaan's 11. Cheshire has a good chance of scoring here. And they'll throw it, and almost intercepted by Tucker Milligan. He'll just deflect it. Tucker Milligan, he's had a day today.
What a day from Tucker. Big hits, and then
he hasn't
2 pass breakups. Yeah, no catches on him either.
He hasn't had any interceptions, but everything else he's been perfect at.
He set a school record earlier this season for the longest pick 6 against Wilton. Not a lot of life left in this Rams team. Everyone just looking to finish off this game here. 1 minute and 41 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for Cheshire. They'll go passing to the end zone once again. All the time in the pocket, and that'll be pass caught. He'll get hit pretty hard. Number 23,
wow, this
Luke Weidman.
And
they'll call it a touchdown. That's a toe tap catch touchdown. Do you guys think that's the right call? I think that was the right call. It looked like he got both feet in and then was pushed afterwards.
I could not tell, but it looked like he bobbled that and did not maintain possession.
Let's see. We'll look at the replay here. Great pass, great catch, and he'll get both feet in. Yeah, he will.
He had both feet in, but I don't think he had possession of the ball.
Right.
I think that's an incomplete pass.
I think at the high school football level, that's something that isn't really as looked at. I think if we're in an NFL game, that might be, a deciding factor. But I think as long as you get your 2 feet in and you're not out of bounds and you come down with the football, they're going to give it to you.
Great play by the Cheshire Rams. Gives them some life here. And they'll make that extra point. That's the first points Cheshire has gotten since like the first quarter or second quarter, whenever it was. So they needed that. Still down 10 points though.
Right, great field goal kick there. Saw right through the uprights. 1 minute 28 seconds left in this game. The Rams are up 10. And they will have the ball. It's definitely not out of the question for Cheshire to get back into this, but without their 2-star offensive players and the momentum that they haven't had for the rest of this game, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, Cheshire's going to need to score a touchdown and at least a field goal in the next minute 30. That is very unlikely, especially knowing that they're going to have to go for onside kick right here, and even if they get that and score, they're going to have to go for another one in under 1 minute 30. So we'll see if that's possible.
Look, anticipating the onside kick. Rightfully so. Look, onside kick here. The strategy is just to get the football and go down with it.
New Canaan Rams get it here. It looks like they will most likely win the game.
Ball goes directly Langford and Telesco. The group effort, bring the football down. Cooper Smith takes the penalty. An unnecessary roughness
New Canaan
against
Rams
him.
will recover it.
Yep, that'll all but end the game, folks. Minute 25 left. Cheshire only has one timeout. Rams should be able to drain the rest of this clock.
Look, great play to not retaliate by Cooper Smith there. Good discipline by him. Just take the flag and let it hurt this Cheshire team, especially as it comes into the final minutes.
Yeah, and right now we got some NFL games going right now. I got Jalen Hurts in my fantasy, and he has 25 at half. So if you got him, you're probably pretty happy right now, like I am.
And here we go. It looks like Cheshire will be checking in some alternate players here. Get him some minutes.
Surprised. Oh, looks like I don't know what New Canaan Rams going to do here. Maybe it looks like they're going to knee the ball.
Yeah, certainly they'll knee.
So they'll take the personal foul.
One thing that's good to see, Brendan Hagan, number 9, he is suited up, but did not play because of injury. He's getting his last snaps ever on Dunning Stadium.
And
a
that's
nice moment there.
Yeah, it's a nice moment to see from the coaches, letting him go in just to get the last snap. And that will be the game for New Canaan. They'll have to do a few more knees just to wrap up the clock, but New Canaan will win 23-13.
Look, and if you notice, this is all seniors except for one player taking this knee here. Great by Coach Marinelli to get some of these guys their last plays on Dunning Stadium.
Yeah, this has been like a historic year for New Canaan Rams. They had a lot of injuries in the beginning of the season, and they've just gotten better and better throughout this season.
And they've really overcame all those injuries, too. A lot of younger guys stepped up this entire season, and that's really led to their success this year as younger guys are stepping up, and that'll really help them. One of the positions that'll be tough to fill next year will definitely be that field goal position, as you know, Ty Groff will be graduating and going on to college, hopefully at the Division I level. So the New Canaan Rams are gonna have to find, a kicking substitute, running back to substitute for Telesco. I think Thomas Garcia is gonna fill that role very well, and that could be the end of it. So we just want to express a special thank you to all of our NCTV crew and members who have helped to make this production possible. Countless hours of setup, breakdown, preparation, and graphics have gone into what you're seeing on your screens. Once again, this is our second time. This is definitely our last broadcast of the year. We want to give a special thank you to Emily Fox, our head producer. And this is really special as she got one more home game to produce here. But this will definitely be the final one, unfortunately, as the state championship will be played away. So special thank you to all the NCTV crew once again, especially Emily, who's been doing everything behind the scenes to make this production possible, and throughout all the mishaps and things that go wrong, and she's been able to fix everything, and it's been great. So special thank you to Emily and all the NCTV crew who have helped to create this broadcast to be possible. All right, we're going to kick it down to our sideline reporter, PJ, for the result of this game.
Thanks, guys. And it almost feels like deja vu here today because the story has been the defense and the running game of the Rams. New Canaan ran in a majority, if not all, of their touchdowns today and held the Cheshire Rams scoreless until the last 2 minutes of this game. So let's see if they can hold that up and win the state championship this year. Back up to you.
New Canaan Rams have been great this season. They're either going to play Maloney or Shelton. Maloney was up 21-14. I wonder if we'll find a we'll get a final score on that. But
And that'll be it. The New Canaan Rams, their final home game win, that'll bring them to the record of 11-1 this season. Going into the championship, the 4 seed will be playing, I believe, the 2 or 3. So definitely 2 great teams in this championship game. Final score of 23-13. The New Canaan Rams take their victory for these seniors, their last game at Dunning Field. A special thank you, and checking out will be Andrew Rittenberry, Dylan Stevens, and myself, Gray Tomasco.